Is that better? Hello? Don't worry, Ness. I pulled a U. It's fine. I've seen you do it plenty of times. Oh, sorry about that, folks. Um, as I was saying, welcome to the stream. Uh, I already went through the spiel, and I'll go through it again. My name is Gruznik. I'm a charity streamer with Extra Life. I'm part of Half Best Friends, who has technical issues because of my big ass head and tiny hands. They do not work well together. You swear? I swear every goddamn day, Ness. So there's that. Um, like I said, I'm a charity streamer. We do what we do to have fun and raise money for kids. So it's amazing feeling. I had an anonymous donation the other day for um, $40, which did multiple things. First and foremost is help, going to Children's Miracle Network and helping kids in needs and their family. And then it pushed us over the $200 mark for how much I have personally got in donations through my Extra Life, which is amazing. So I get the Extra Life T-shirt for the year, and then also Extra Life was doing a hex chest giveaway, which is a wooden hex box for dice sets. Um, for anybody who raised $90 or more in the month of August, which we reached that goal. Uh, and I had to yell up the stairs, but we got. Listen. I pay attention half the time. There's about that. So, but no, it's what was I saying? Oh, the hex box. So, with the hex box, like I said, it's a nice box. It has the insignia for Extra Life engraved in it. It's a nice wooden box with magnets that keep. That is all because of you guys and your generosity in donating. So, with tradition, anytime I've ever done a new Pathfinder game, D&D game, any role-playing game, anytime we start a new campaign, if it's going to be a longer campaign, the tradition is I always buy dice for my players. So I buy everybody a brand new set of dice. That's why I have so many, and they have so many. Besides us liking dice, playing on a digital format, you can't really do that. So what's the next best thing? So since we have this hex chest that we're getting, I am going to buy a set of dice to go with it, and then once I get all that figured out and stuff like that, I will be raffling it off. I'll get the details later once I get uh, more in tune with that. But that's what the plan is. So my players get to play, but I'm going to give you guys the chance to get a set of dice in a nice box, and all the money raised from that too will go right back into Extra Life because it's an amazing cause and something great to do. We did have a couple offline followers, so we have some new followers. Uh, so Cloud I099 and then the Ardia. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm horrible with names. Great with faces. I can remember a face, tell you where they're from, and a lot of information about that. Names, it takes me forever to remember. That's why my place of employment has name tags, so it works well for me. But on a different note, so it is another week and another session of Ready to Roll. Um, the road so far has been extremely fun. So we're down one player, but up one player this week, if that makes a little bit of sense. So our buddy Chris joined us last time, but he was still building a character because of just scheduling conflicts and stuff, so he didn't get actually a chance to play. He will be playing tonight. My buddy Rick, who plays our Magus friend, is he's the Magus Dampier who we reviewed on the recap show. He is not going to be on tonight. He is having problems with his hip, so it's hard for him to sit still for that long. So, that sucks, but it is what it is. And in a campaign that is episodic with overarching storylines, it's easy to say he did something else. He's a magus, so he's a spellcaster, so he could be off talking to the wizard. He could be doing his own thing, and that's fine. I'll get with him later to figure out how that's going. But what we have accomplished so far is some interesting. So they've been in town for 3-4 days total. They got to town. They, had met each other on their way to town from a port city. They met the local barkeep. Talked to him, got a room for the night, realized, found out from him that uh, one of his hired men, his only real hired man, had been missing for several days when he went to go get the shipment of booze. Uh, so they offered to, for trading for room and board, basically, hey, we'll go find him if you do, if you let us stay. So that's what they agreed to. They left after meeting the local sheriff and him laying down the law and telling him, don't screw up inside my town and stuff like that. Left, ran into some shenanigans, including some chaotic surge storms. So they are storms of massive chaotic magic that happen. And first one that happened turned their money to mush and chocolate, and then also turned the hooded jacket or hooded coat of one of the players into a frog that hopped away that they ended up retrieving. They ran into some guys who said they were, ran into a random gnome who had crashed into the ground. Talked to him for a bit, investigated some happenings around as they're trying to figure out what happened to the Theo man. Found a insignia.
It's over 9,000!
Why, thank you so much, Vaping Unicorn. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it. And we already discussed what's going on with that. So definitely appreciate that. So also speaking, since we have donations right there, if you look on either side of my big ass head, you will see Extra Life donation incentives, which can be found right on my Extra Life page. The one on this side is for live game day events. So $2 gets you a roll in the chaos chart, which the chaotic surge, that's what it is. Everything, things that have happened so far. Most frequently, people are getting their money turned to chocolate to the point that the entire town in a 10-mile radius around the town, all the gold, all of the currency, the money currency that is coinage, and like blocks of metal, like, so bars, that is stamped as currency has all turned to chocolate because of these storms. Things have turned to frogs. They turned into balloons and almost floated away. So there's that. Then there's the $5 one, which is a random combat encounter, which happened the first session, which they end up fighting a demon. They tucked tail and ran when they realized it was no better. But the demon didn't make appearance last session too, just kind of eyeballing them from a distance, like, I remember you guys. Number 5 is add a plot point. So plot points aren't necessarily something that will happen immediately, something I have to figure out. Some of them are real quick. I can put them in immediately. Other ones that are going to have to take a little bit of plan work. What you missed so far? So far, we're just getting started. I'm going over some recap real quick. But first, I was talking about the donation incentive, Steve. And then 10 is gift the PC a wondrous or cursed item. So this is fun. So this can be something off the chart, or it can be something that is custom made if you have a custom request for that. And we can go from there. The other side, the green side, is stuff for. You can still donate to that one during game day too. Just I won't get to it right away necessarily for most of that. Because the $2 one is name an NPC, a settlement, or a shop. Put your name and your brand on it, whatever you want. If you decide, hey, I want a blacksmith shop and I want to call it the Rusty Hoof, guess what? That's what it is now. Then for $5, I can make a custom NPC with traits, class, and race. So I do have a few of those, including Toot is one that was from a donation, and Captain Jim has one, same as his namesake. He was introduced at the end of last week and saved the day, him and the rest of the members of his coalition, who are revolutionaries. So that's definitely fun. And then on the $10 side of that, you get a custom major NPC, which there are currently 4 of them. So they've met 2 so far. And the 2 that they have met, one of them is Thievel, a Noose. Thievel is a local journalist with her buddy Frank, who has been stalking the PCs, whether they know it or not. and getting information and stories on them. Um, and then the other one is man. All they know about is his name is Silverback. He is a Vanara. So that they are sapiens. They are a monkey race. He is part of the hierarchy of an organization called the Black Rose, which is a mercenary for hire slash thief type guild into the like all the bad things in the world. But and that being said, getting back to the storyline so far, so we can get caught up to present day for anybody who's just starting out watching. So they ran into the gnome, talked to him for a bit, found the patch for the Black Rose. Then they ran into two guys that claimed to be guards for and private security for the farmstead owned by the Praetor, where that's where they were out and about at. Um, and one of the members of the party, the ranger, didn't trust them, so he went into the stalking mode, stealthed into the field, and started watching them. And while he's doing that, they disappeared. And next thing they know, a chaotic surge happens, and a demon appears, telling them to either surrender or run away. They end up choosing to run away, which is smart after they realized they couldn't hit the damn thing. Well, they could hit it, but it just soaked the damage, so then they ended up leaving. Then, after the chaotic surge had dissipated, a regular storm front approaches, so they're like, ah, shit. So, off in the distance, they see an old mill, like just off the way on the cross from a small river. So, they go that way and run into the two guys that the ranger was stalking. They started talking shit and realizing these guys are not who they say they were. He was right the whole time. They're bad people. Ran into Silverback, who talked some trash, told them if looked at the ninja of the group, realizing his skill set, judging by his outfit and just gauging him, saying, if you can beat my guys, come find me, but make sure you leave one of them otherwise you're never going to find out where to find me. And then they're like, well, we're looking for Theo, blah, blah, blah. And, well, not blah, 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 but they got into it. We're looking for Theo. We need to know where he is. Do you have him? Um, and so they're just like, okay. So he's like, yeah, I have Theo right here. He's going with me. I left some of the booze for you. Have fun. And he teleported out. He opened a portal, walked through. The party ensued, and they attacked the bandits. One of the bandits could not hit to save their life if they were targeting the ranger for whatever reason, until one of them finally did and almost killed him. They ended up taking him out, leaving one alive. But in frustration, rage, and just being the fact that he is uh, not the brightest bulb, the Blood Rager of the party, which a Blood Rager is a spell wielding barbarian who isn't very smart, ended up ripping the jaw off of their captive. Because the captive was trying to eat a cyanide pill that was stored in his teeth, and ended up killing him anyway. So same result. They didn't get any information. They got back to town, found out that everybody knew about what happened, and it was a 50-50 split of the townfolk, which was, yay, you brought back the booze in the shipment, and boo, you let Theo get kidnapped. And they're like, how did they find out? And then they realized that it was Fievel, the journalist. Her and Frank had followed them, came back to town, and as she's writing up her article for the paper, told everybody in town, so they already knew, which kind of irritated them off. But with everything said and done, Ironbeard did thank them for what he could do, blamed himself for it, told them because he did bring back the booze, here's some booze on the house, and you guys can stay at the inn for the next week free of charge. Then the ranger went to the local temple to get healed some more because he was near death. He got some advice from a priest, and then went about their merry way. The next morning happens. They realize that Ironbeard is kind of distraught. So they decide to talk him up a little bit, and then he looks at the ninja of the party. He's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing today?" He's like, "Nothing. Like this is it. We're looking for work." He's like, "Well, I got a job for you. It's quick, simple. Give you 30 gold apiece. Go to this old barn of mine, and bring me back this chest." And they're like, "Okay, well, what's going on?" It's like, him and the ranger are like, something's not right. You're not telling us everything. He's like, "Okay, well, the road that the farm's on, or the barn's on, and whatever, is frequented by bandits. That's all you have to worry about." Okay, so they go to leave. Convince everybody else to go, and got the ranger convinced that Ironbeard to let them use their wagon and stuff, so that way they could have some way to transport because they're not walking again. And oh, hey, Dave, I'll be there in a second, sir. I know you guys are waiting. Um, but they end up leaving town, going out of town. The whole time the Magus was questioning, is like, why are we doing this? This is real shady. What the hell's going on? And it's like, okay. Then a couple hours go by. A small surge happens, and here's when they thought, when they thought they were done, and everything was fine, and it wasn't, because the ninja's coat turned into a frog again and jumped off the wagon, went away, and all their money turned to chocolate again. So some of the party members dumped their chocolate out because, like, I don't want mush in my bag, blah blah blah. This is bullshit. Getting irritated about these storms. The Magus is at this point convinced somebody in the party's cursed. Why am I walking around with you guys? Then they come across a farmstead that has a roadside stand by it, and they meet this mother and son. The son saying he's trying to convince his mother's trying to sell the farm. He's bringing her back to the big city. She just wants to get rid of as much as they can. They smell chicken that's cooking, and fried chicken. The old lady kind of hits on the ninja a little bit, but convinces her to give them chicken in trade of chocolate, because chocolate is uncommon in this area. Uh, so three of the party members decide to eat it, which is the ranger, the barbarian with a limp, and then uh, the ninja. Karzord, who's the barbarian, Scritton, who is the ranger, and then Tavon Cell, the ninja, all ate the chicken. So uh, Scritton was fine. He is a poison use guy. He's completely fine. Nothing bothered him. The other two, on the other hand, started tripping balls when they realized that this chicken was tainted by fey magic. Um, and yeah, so they were tripping pretty hard. So they were getting penalties. And they move, and they go to uh, uh what was it? They find the road they're supposed to go on. As they're going, they notice something in the tree line, and that's when combat ensues. So they have a couple of the Black Rose assassins out there, which slowly turns into a much larger party than they thought, when goblins appear and start chanting and having a good old time at the expense of everybody. And then the inevitable happens. The clouds come. Purple lightning, chaotic surge. Uh, imps suddenly appear and start causing havoc, and they don't know if they're friend or foe, and they're attacking them, but saying they're trying to help. They have no idea what's going on. The party member ends up suddenly basically turning into balloons, where they get lighter than air and start floating away. Um, uh, Tavon Cell, the ninja, ends up getting his foot stuck underneath the roots. That way he can kind of get under there. Scritton tries to throw a rope to him, and it just completely bombs it. They're floating away. Um, the Pero, the Blood Rager, ends up getting his mind transposed into the body of a goblin during this event, and it gets real bad, real fast, and like they end up killing a couple of them, and then out of further back along the tree line, as far away from them as it could possibly be, were some higher end members of the Black Rose, and they're like, "Hey, we hear heavy footsteps of horses. Let's get the hell out of here." So they started retreating, and then one by one, the surviving members of the bandits started getting arrows like placed strategically through their through their brain pans, through their necks, hamstrings, just taking them out. And you just see this group of people coming and just like tearing into them as they're leaving. And the last goblin alive, who's mortally wounded, just kind of goes, "Ah." And just goes, I'm melting, and turns into black sludge. And they're like, what the fuck was that about? Come to find out, the man that rescued him was Jim Renard, who is by day, he's kind of like Batman. By day, he's a simple caravan guy. He works for Waypoint trade a Waypoint Trade Company, transporting goods and people wherever they need to across the country. It's one of the biggest ones in the nation. By night, he is a member of the revolutionary resistance known as the Coalition. He offers them membership if they want it. Explains what he does. Said that he's friends with Redbeard. That they have an agreement. Um, and that's and they're like, okay, whatever. Let's just go and get this chest. So they get the chest. They leave, say goodbye to the dude because they're weary of him too. Because this whole thing is like they're exhausted. It's like the magic is getting to them. So Jiren, the Magus, happens to peek into the chest to see what it is because it's not unlocked, and he sees Mithril. So mithril is a rare material. It can only be mined by dwarfs and processed by elves traditionally. So why he shut it so quick is because mithril is very rare, especially in this country. You can only find it in Canaan, which is the dwarvish country a world away. Like literally, they're at the southern point of the world. Canaan's way the fuck up here. So he's like, and Canaan just got out of another war about 50 years prior, which was called the Iron War, which stopped all metals coming out of the country. So tariffs are extremely high. So this stuff was probably brought in illegally, is the first thing he's thinking. They get back to town, and it's late by the time they get back, and they realize what's going on. Why are people still up and about and like freaking out? They go into the bar. The tables are covered in like gold bars and coins and stuff. They don't understand what the hell's going on, and free drinks and other food. They're like, what? Why is all this gold out here? And they see Ironbeard, who is pissed drunk, just fucking pissed off and screaming. He goes, "No, you don't understand. We lost it all." It's like, what? He's like, "We don't have the money to pay the fucking taxes." It's like the Magister's coming inside a week to collect the town taxes. We have to pay our taxes in the next couple days. I have no fucking money to pay my goddamn taxes. Like, what are you talking about? Everything turned to chocolate. The entire town. Everything. All of my gold bars, all of my gold coins. It's all fucking chocolate. So then they really realized the devastation that caused, and that's where we're going to pick up at is the day after to figure out what they're planning on doing, what is going on, and we'll kind of go from there. So the only thing that I do see is I do not see Fueled by ADHD, which I know he said he was might be a little bit late. So we'll start without him. But we'll get to it, folks, and let's have a good time.
I'm a dumbass. Where's the thing where we can where we download the things? Are you sure it's not available?
What are you looking for?
Modules. I didn't see a bestiary.
Bestiary is not available to you guys unless you absolutely need. I can unlock it for you.
Oh, I require it for feats, Will.
You require a bestiary for feats?
He's
Yeah,
going down the
for
natural weapon weapon thing for rangers, and some of those are beast feats for natural weapons.
Okay. Yeah, no, because it's one of the ones that I have just closed off for you guys because there's no reason unless somebody's like playing a druid or ranger with animal companion. Okay, try it again. There you go.
All right. There we go. All right, let me load that bitch, and then I gotta step away for a hot minute and come back.
Okay.
Oh, did Pookie tell you the idea I came up with at work, and that's our new Baldur's Gate playthrough we're doing?
No. Okay, so we are down 2 players now because Maddie is not gonna be able to make. Is not gonna be able to make it.
All right.
2 in the box.
Ready to go.
Wow,
We be fast and
they
they be slow.
Guess we'll have to kill off their characters.
Or just do horrible things to them.
Or step through a portal into the nether realms of death, and then we'll have to find out they were hiding in our back pocket the whole time.
Oh, Tower of Tears. Okay, that sounds like a great plan.
No.
No,
I'm in.
forget I said anything.
Okay.
Let's do this.
It sounds fun.
It's not.
Okay. This is how we'll start. So it is the next morning. So Chris, your character is just arriving to the town of Desmore. There is a church here. The church is to an opposing pantheon that is not yours. It is to pantheon that is known as the Eternal, which they believe in one God and one patron saint. But they do have an ashram in there for other places of worship. So they do have a side room for all the other religions because at any given point there's 13 or 14 different pantheons in the entire world. So. But most of them do have the respect that they do have a small section for other religions to be inside, their house of worship, and that just comes down to the history of the world and things that's happened before. So,
Okay. Alrighty.
but when you are dropped off at the caravan, Uh, it's dropped off right outside, like right inside the gate, which you can see the church is probably half a block away, but you see a pub right next to you that's called uh, uh, the Iron Tavern, and uh, you do notice that like it's early morning, probably about like 6, 7 in the morning or so, but you notice that
Okay.
a lot of the town folk seem to be like piss drunk, like including some of the guardsmen. Like people are just like they just have no care in the world for whatever reason.
That's interesting.
And as for the
So
rest of the party, you guys are just waking up for the day.
it's just to the left of the main gate, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So going to sidestep some of the drunk people and enter the pub.
Okay. In the pub, you see baskets of food. You smell uh, fresh bacon cooking. You do see that there's, for whatever reason, a lot of like half-eaten chocolate, and you know for a fact that chocolate is very rare in this region, or uncommon in this region of the world. Like it's available, but it's pretty expensive. So having this much out in the open, like somebody cater, somebody spent an arm and a leg on whatever happened here over the night. But you do see some hustle and bustle in the back with a serving girl going around like cleaning up tables and putting out more food, and you just hear somebody back in the kitchen just like throwing dishes around and cooking, and then a bunch of local patrons. You do see that there's probably about 15 or 16 very large men dressed in what appears to be lumbering gear that are just like rifling through like the baskets of food and like making sandwiches and stuff and just grabbing them and going.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the bar.
You go up to the bar and you hear, "Just a minute," and you see this older dwarf come up to the counter. His apron's covered in stuff. He puts a plate of bacon and eggs like on the counter like a big platter.
Oh, well, thank you, kind sir.
"Mm, what can I get for you? I will warn you,
Um,
I don't have change at all."
okay. Um, I'll just have the morning breakfast, the special.
Mm. Well, lucky for you, we serve a free continental breakfast here for all travelers. So uh, have at it.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. I am
Were you
Oron
guys
Ironbeard. I am the owner of this establishment.
nice to meet you? I'm Chris.
Yeah.
Um, were you guys celebrating something last night?
Uh, oh no, contrary to what it might look like, it's kind of the exact opposite of celebrating. So the chaotic surge came through here in a fury and turned all of the town's coinage and anything that was stamped as currency into chocolate.
Oh,
So yeah, it wasn't a good night, and some people are still nursing their hangovers. But it's a new day, and we need to figure out a plan on how to get monetary values sufficient enough to pay our taxes, because our taxes get collected in 2 days' time, and then at the end of the week, the town gets their taxes as a whole collected. So I do know the Praetor's going to be up our ass, but I'm sure he's having the same problem. Uh, so, uh, luckily for you, you have it. You're fresh here, so your stuff's probably not affected at all.
awesome. Well, um, how much is it a room for a
Uh,
night?
room is 2 silver pieces.
2 silver pieces. I just hand over 2 silver pieces. I'll
Thank
take a
you.
room for tonight.
He
And
hands
if
you a
you,
key.
I was just wondering if you guys were celebrating Easter around here.
What the hell is Easter?
Oh, it's an obscure it's an obscure sorry holiday from very far away. It celebrates fertility and whatnot,
Huh.
bringing of new life. But it was molded into other things by other religions,
Heh, sounds about par for course. Heh, heh.
right?
But I figure this. My religion's my religion. Your religion's yours. As long as we don't go to war at it, I don't care. There's a big enough space in this country, this world for anything. I mean, coming from the
Exactly.
Dwarven Kingdom to a place that's mainly follows, the whole country follows the same deity in Pantheon, which is one dude and his stooge.
Right.
Okay, that's. I have a plethora of gods that I follow, like my pantheon. It's like, yeah, I have my primary that I worship most of the time, but I have all those to choose from. This one is just like, it's just this one guy and his dude. That's it. Okay, weird.
Exactly. I'm very interested in opening to learning new religions and whatnot, but just having one person, no, that's too much.
Yeah, yeah.
One god can't do it all.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you don't even have a god of harvest. What? Oh, this guy does it all. That bullshit. I'm sorry. Like, mm, anyway, uh, 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 barring the bad circumstances of what has happened the last few days, um, it's been a rough patch for all of us. Welcome to the township of Desmar, and I hope you enjoy your stay. And then
Oh,
he walks back to the kitchen.
thank you. Continue to eat my breakfast.
Okay. Everybody else has made their way downstairs at this point.
I grab a couple pancakes off a plate and walk outside, completely ignoring everyone and everything.
The hell's wrong with him? The other work's not even here bothering me.
Maybe you got attached to him.
No, I'm sick and tired of seeing chocolate. That's what's wrong.
He's upset because his son's gone.
Where did he go? Come to think of it, where'd the dour one go to?
Well, he was afraid somebody was cursed. Wouldn't put it past him just to run off. And the other one, I'm assuming. I don't know. Think of the dumbest thing you could think somebody take off early in the morning in the day to do, and then shoot in the dark at something else instead.
You hear Ironbeard yell from out back. He goes, "The big dumb one left early this morning. Said something about having to poop. And the other one I haven't seen. He's either in his room or he left before I got up."
Now, the question is, which one of those two is the big dumb one?
I mean, that's definitely a question, I guess.
What's wrong with that?
The one that can't cast spells?
Robert, you said you went outside, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's over 9,000!
I was going somewhere.
Oh, thank you
I
for the
thought it was too. I'm
donation.
not sure what's happening.
So we will roll on the chart.
Well, I will grab some breakfast and attempt to eavesdrop on what's happening at the Continental Breakfast down here in the inn.
Okay, Robert. So as you're outside, you see this lady walk up, and the tiefling, the male, he's in a carriage. She walks up and she just looks at you. Are you one of the heroes?
Yes.
This is for you, and she hands you a piece of paper. The praetor would like you to meet him at noon at his estate. These are the directions to it. Please bring your party.
Okay. So I look at the paper, and then I go back inside to find the others.
Okay. Do you speak Abyssal?
No.
You have no idea what it says. All of a sudden, everybody outside and inside, you feel you feel strange, like your upper lip itches something fierce.
What if we don't have lips?
Well, the closest thing to it, your face then itches. And you hear thunder in the distance and see flashes of purple lightning. and then springing out of everybody's faces in about 150 feet from around the bar, from the centering along the bar, everybody just grows these gigantic, multicolored, twirling handlebar mustaches.
The hell?
Redbeard just starts laughing his ass off. You look fucking ridiculous!
Did he grow a mustache on top of his mustache?
Yes, he did.
Super mustache.
In the end, double stashed up on a Tuesday afternoon.
What is going on in this town?
You see
Chaos is breaking loose, apparently.
You see one of the lumberjack guys just goes, huh, "You've never seen the chaotic surge in person, have you? It's rampant around the world, but for whatever reason, this area of the fucking country, the last week has been, every time you turn around, you see fucking purple storm clouds. Oh, I need to get to work. Come on, boys." And all the lumberjacks leave.
I go up to where Juddy and Dave are and set down the paper and say, I can't read this, but apparently the Praetor needs us at 12.
Does anybody speak Abyssal?
I do not. I'm laughing in my head because there was a pause after he said, "I can't read this." Do not speak Abyssal. Linguistics is not a skill, is it? It is, but I don't have it. Does anybody have
The person who could speak Abyssal, I believe, was the Magus, who is currently not here.
Yes.
I have a +1 in linguistics, but I can't speak it.
What other languages do you know?
Celestial and Common.
Okay, so you could do you could use your linguistic skill paired with your knowledge of Celestial to try to do it, because they are very similar languages, just opposite sides of the spectrum. But they do have some of the verbiage in common, so you might be able to get a broken idea of what's being said.
Okay. Let me see.
Yeah, and then when you roll, you just pull the dice and you throw it right onto the chat window.
So, unnatural 20.
Nice. Okay, so from what it just says of the letter is that he is in need of the services of the heroes that he has heard so much about, to meet him at his manor house at the following address, and that while monetary values are of less than adequate supply these days, he has other ways to reimburse people for their services.
Okay.
By the way, as soon as Chris walks up, I go, who the hell are you?
It is just a stranger who walked up and was like looking over our shoulders at a letter.
I just go, huh.
Yeah, the lady with the big mustache goes, huh.
Who are you? Huh. And I just walk away.
Just reads over our shoulder, doesn't tell us what it says, just walks away.
You could ask.
Sense motive. Shit.
You can't read her at all. Like, you don't know if it's just because you don't know her, so you don't have anything to gauge, or if it's the fact that her big mustache is distracting you.
I go back to eating my bacon.
Mustachio.
Yeah, mustachio a question.
Huh?
Just ask. She goes, huh? And just like walks away. Was like, something funny?
No.
Floppy mustache on a rat face. Something funny?
So wait, we all have mustaches now?
We all have mustaches now.
Everybody in the bar.
Oh, I thought it was just people that were outside.
No, centering on the bar, everyone for 150 feet in all directions has a big mustache.
Oh,
I
okay,
made
I
the mistake of
misunderstood.
walking back inside at that exact moment.
I want a Burt Reynolds stash.
Well, they're all just super huge and multicolored, so they can be Burt Reynolds style, but it's
Gigantor.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And probably pink.
Oh, it's multicolored, so I mean,
Oh, each one is multicolored, so it's a
Yeah.
rainbow on. I have a giant rainbow lip fairy. Gotcha.
you see a gnome walk into the bar. Looks kind of familiar. Purple suit, has a big old mustache. He goes, "Oh no, everyone's incognitus. I've walked into the wrong pub." And he slowly backs away.
Hey, it's you.
I don't know you. Who are you, sir?
We
We
freed
met the
you
other
from
day.
your
I never
pod.
caught your name. You were looking for Bombic Jr., weren't you?
And he keeps on backing up slowly. Oh no, it's the counter assassins. They've come to kill me! And he just runs.
I'm sorry, what?
It's a gnome. Don't pay him too much mind. Every one of them is half crazy.
Crashed his car, isn't it?
What was that?
It's the same one. Not crashed his car. Was he had a rocket
Yeah.
crashed? Yeah. I don't think he ever came back for.
Not that you know of, but he also didn't recognize any of you because you have mustaches. And when he walked in, he's like, "Oh no, everybody's incognitus." Because you guys have all abnormally large, multicolored mustaches, so he thinks they're fake.
I mean, they kind of are.
No, they grew out of your body. The only way you're getting them off is shaving or plucking.
Oh.
I'll bite mine off.
What are you? Trim my mustache.
I'm imagining him now just trying to reach up and bite his mustache. The mustache keeps moving, but he keeps trying.
Will do.
So after I get done with my breakfast, I'm gonna go up to my room and shave my mustache off.
Oh, okay.
Your character is a lady, right?
Yes.
Do you know how to shave that off?
I can try.
Okay. The storm doesn't dissipate. It seems to intensify.
Uh-oh.
That's terrible.
Juddy, as you're gnawing at your mustache, you feel weird. You feel like you're getting taller, and then you realize your head is disconnected from your body, and it's floating away.
Why's everything float away?
And then
What
the barmaid goes, "What the fuck? I'm a no-named NPC. This big bald-headed bitch is controlling me from the fucking sky. You're just a fucking character. You're just a fucking character. You're just a character. We're in a fucking game. Can you believe this shit?"
the hell?
What do you mean, what the hell? What part don't you understand, Sir Tivon?
Well, this
if that is your real name?
While this is going on, I'm gonna try and grab Jody's head so I
God
can reach.
damn it. I'm gonna reflex save to try and grab my own head from floating away. I rolled a fucking 1.
She looks right at you, Jenny, and this fucking idiot fails his save. You can't even roll a digital goddamn dice.
It's over 9,000!
Okay, what do I do to roll
Nice.
to grab Jody's head so I can give it back to him?
So, for that, you will have to do a CMD check. So, Luke, the choice is yours.
I
Is it a
just feel
plot
like asking,
or a... Or no, that one
Does he
is
have a
magical
string
item one.
attached to it
Or
like
it's either a
balloon?
magical item for 10, or it is for...
CMD or CMB?
Or it's 5 rolls on the chaos
never
chart,
roll CMD,
or
you
it
only roll
is
CMB.
Okay, well, Will told me
2
CMB,
rolls
so that's why I was
2 rolls
confused.
on the encounter chart. Your choice.
I don't think that'll pass because my... Oh, wait, no, it's a 17. My CMD is 16. So it should pass.
Yep. So you now have his head.
I immediately hand it back to him.
Just, gonna... Yeah, I'll let it
Okay,
go.
we'll
I was
do.
gonna try and bite Robert.
You were gonna try to fight me for giving you back your head. What the
I didn't
hell?
see what direction you grabbed it from. All I know is somebody grabbed my head. I was just gonna call out teeth gnashing. What is this? What are you doing?
We haven't left the bar and shenanigans have already begun.
Okay. So Chris, as you're sitting there watching this rat head floating above there, a waitress flipping out about some type of magic you're not sure of, and thinking that people are imposters. Uh, a little cloud appears in front of you, and a compass pops into existence and just falls into your hand.
Interesting. I am going to. I'm going to use detect magic on it.
Okay. You do get an aura of divination.
And when I move the compass, does it point true north, or does it seem like it's pointing some other direction?
It is always pointing at you.
Would I happen to know, like, Arcana check?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll a check.
Uh, nope.
You have no clue. You just know it's a compass that seems to be broken.
Huh.
Moved into existence.
Okay.
And the storm starts dissipating a little bit.
Okay.
How am I reattaching my head?
As soon as it gets close to your neck, it just kind of like it feels like it's grabbing itself. Like you feel your neck grow kind of like fingers, and it grabs onto your head and just kind of pulls itself together.
That's disconcerting.
Ironbeard's just like, what the fuck? And then the serving girl, who was freaking out and saying you guys aren't who you say you are and going off about dice rolls and shit, is now just passed out on the floor.
I'm still amazed by this compass. I'm going to continue to walk around and see if it points anywhere else.
Okay. Everywhere you go, it just seems to constantly point at you.
Is there any symbols or anything on it?
Not on the front of it. On the back of it, all you see is it looks like an infinity loop on the back of it.
Okay. You said that there was a chapel. Sorry.
Yes, yeah, it's about half a block and a half away, just up the street.
All right. I think I'm gonna go talk to the priests there.
Okay. Okay, so you head to that. What is everyone else doing with their gigantic mustaches?
Well, I was more worried about my floating head at the moment.
Yeah, you might want to look to that.
I'm gonna grab the paper, walk up to Ironbeard.
Okay.
Do
Well,
you know anyone who could read this language?
He goes, "Did you not just see what happened to my serving girl? She went crazy and then passed out. I think she was drugged."
Could work.
I look at him with confusion and
I'm pretty sure she
say,
just called
that
her.
wasn't my...
Well, he goes, "I'm pretty sure she called her own deity a bald-headed bitch."
Who does she worship?
Well, most people in this place worship the Eternal. Or maybe she's saying Phobos was a bald-headed bitch. I mean, Phobos was a monk, I believe, in life, is how the story goes. I don't know. He looks at it.
I don't really find anything too strange during a chaos storm anymore.
Well, there's a couple people that could do this. You can go to, I know, uh, the Alchemist could read it. The Alchemist in town, was it Dyra's? It's 2 blocks over. She could read it, or the Reeve knows how to read Abyssal. Like I can tell the markings are Abyssal, but I can't read it.
Okay. So, where would I find the Reeve?
The Reeve will be uh, uh, at the courthouse where he usually is.
Okay.
This early? Wow, he's dedicated.
Well, he lives there.
Yes.
Oh, he lives right there too. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's part of the station. He lives there where the Justicar actually has a small keep just in back of the courthouse.
So I thank Ironbeard, and then I go and search to the courthouse.
Okay.
Follow Robert's character. I'm gonna try and like every once in a while just kind of like pat down on my head and make sure it's still attached right.
Especially while you're outside, you don't have a ceiling for it to bump into.
And it's open air out here.
When we do step outside, I'm gonna look around and see if there's any headless bodies flailing around.
Nope.
Okay, that's good, I think.
Oh, but as we step outside, I stop, kind of tuck the paper in my shirt,
Okay.
and draw my sword and cut off the ends of my mustache.
Okay, so you have a short mustache now.
So it's short now.
Yeah.
And then continue walking.
Like, how obscenely huge is it?
About 2 feet on either side of your face.
Oh goodness. Okay. I didn't think it would be that huge. Okay.
Yeah. I said a huge mustache.
Well, I didn't know 2 feet. Jeez, that's ridiculous.
A little bit.
I'm gonna grab the ends and like chop that off to something more manageable till I can actually like shave properly in a mirror.
So all like Juddy has his half nod. You and Robert both just short little mustaches, like you're starting your own band.
We are the Rainbow Lit Fuzz.
Jesus Christ. I am not sure about you.
You made me.
I didn't make you. You made yourself, dude.
Shh, secrets.
Secrets. Oh, where'd my
Legend.
Huh? Oh. Okay.
Okay.
So Chris gets to the temple. You see, the temple has a decent amount of people. People in it. Looks like they're variously, worshiping. A sermon's not going on, but some of them are talking to the different clerical folks there. You do see off to one side there is a small room labeled as the ashram for non-denominational faiths.
Okay. So I'm going to one of the clerics.
Okay. The first one you see is an Asimir, a female Asimir, and she introduces herself. Hello, I'm Eleanor. Welcome.
Hi, Eleanor. I'm Chris. I just happened to be traveling by, and then all of a sudden grew this mustache. Do you happen to know what's going on?
That would be the chaotic surge. It's a chaotic magical storm that happens worldwide, but this area has been frequented it more and more the last few months. The port city got it for almost a month and a half, and then the surrounding townships have been taking turns at it until recently. In the last 4 or 5 days, it's been concentrated right around Desmore. Not exactly sure why, but chaos is chaos. These things happen.
Oh, okay. So it's not generated by one specific
No,
being, or
not that we know of. All that history tells us is that it started around the time of the Great Eclipse. There was a 100-year eclipse about 1,700 years ago. After that point, these storms started popping up worldwide, and some countries get hit harder than others. No one knows why. Some think that it's deities lashing out. Others believe that it's ambient magic in the air, a curse. No one knows for sure.
It's over 9,000!
okay. Quick other question.
Why,
This just
thank
popped
you.
into existence in front of me, and I pull out the compass,
Oh,
and it just keeps pointing at me.
can I see it?
Sure. Nope.
She's looking it over. Huh. And studying it and studying it. After about 10 minutes, she's like, I may be wrong, but I believe this is a compass of self. It is not necessarily designed for you, but for comrades. So it is imbued to you. So anyone who holds this will always know your direction.
Interesting. Okay. Well, thank you for your time, and
You are welcome.
I put an offering into the box, just a silver piece,
Oh. Why, thank you, and it's
and
definitely
then
appreciated.
absolutely.
1 second, I'll be
I heard you
right
guys
with
are
you.
having some issues with chocolate.
Oh yeah, that has been that. Well, they have. We have uh, security measures for that reason. Anti-magic field.
It's over 9,000!
Oh, nice. Well, either way. And then I'm going to excuse myself. I'm going to go into the room,
Okay.
and I am going to meditate and pray about the situation.
Okay. Okay, so we have 2 different donations of $5.
Trying for
$5.
guidance.
For the first one, is that an instant combat or is that a plot roll? Or what exactly is it? Because we have several different ones, so it depends on what you want to do with it. Instant combat. Okay. So instant combat will be. Just give me 1 second.
Not a problem.
Okay, and then for the second one, anonymous, do what you want. Okay. That's not necessarily a good thing, but okay. Okay, so you guys are heading to the Reeve, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
As you are heading to the Reeve, you get to right outside the gate of the courthouse, and you see 2 of the Reeves guards are bringing out this big, 9-foot tall Minotaur in shackles. Yeah, he's shackled behind the back. He goes, "I'm fucking innocent. It's my goddamn maze. Leave me alone, you fucks."
Wow. Someone's mad.
And then he breaks the chain and reaches over and snaps the necks of both guards. And now he's looking extremely pissed, and you guys are directly in his way. We are moving to combat, folks.
What? Oh, do I have the right map up?
I haven't even grabbed the map yet, Juddy.
Oh, okay. I've just
But
got the broad map of the city.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can do just the city map.
Oh shit! I closed it now. All right, hold on.
Okay, let me bring up the stuff. I gotta delete people real quick.
Oh no, he's deleting them. They no longer exist.
It's because they're not here, Dave. I can't.
Shh. Chaos made them no longer exist.
Yes.
Actually, that could be something that happened to them, that they may have just poofed out for a while.
That is very true, sir.
It's hard telling, not knowing.
Oh, I hope if I could actually see what I was doing. Oh, that's
Just
not going to
a
work. It's not
plain-
the scale.
Oh, so just a map.
Huh?
So just a plain Desmore map.
Yeah. Hold on. It's not the scale. So, yeah. Don't worry. I have other maps.
All right, I'll close this one back out then. So I'm sorry, you said this is a Minotaur?
Huh?
A
A
Minotaur?
minimum tour, yes.
Here, we're going to use this one.
All right.
Apparently, this one's not scaled right either, but it's fine.
I'm nowhere near them, right?
Correct. So actually, you're not. Here, let me actually remove you from the combat one.
Yeah.
Because it's just the three of them, unfortunately.
Somebody wants us very dead.
I think this is just bad luck this time.
Yeah, this one's very literally bad luck. They were taking him in to be processed or something, and we happen to be right here.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Because he was coming out, and he was yelling about it's my goddamn maze. What are you guys doing? They were the intruders. Leave me alone, and then killed him.
But they went into a Minotaur's maze and busted
yes,
him
what is
for
the question?
killing people in his maze.
I wonder
I
if they
guess
had
you
enough
should have known
string.
better.
Can I do a $5 dice and then roll a $2 one
Home
to
defense.
mess with the combat? Yes, yeah, you can definitely do that.
They came into my house with their ball of string.
Look. Home defense laws do not apply against people with horns. We all know this.
I forget the name of that genetic deformity now where people grow horns, but you're against them.
Yeah, that's right.
Forever now.
That's a little bit racist there, Dave.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm against them. I'm saying the world is against them.
What is?
Tieflings have a hard time of it too, you know.
There we go.
Okay, I was about to say, what is that green dot?
Ooh,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, I
big one,
noticed.
too.
Oh, sweet merciful Christ!
Good
Huh?
luck, Jetty.
Is he
Well,
large?
Yeah.
They're large creatures.
Yeah, he's 9 foot tall.
He gets minuses to hitting me.
Some of them are medium size. I'm
Okay,
just
this is
surprised
your-
they had a large one like in chains at all.
Okay.
Well, they just hooked one chain through his nose loop, and he was afraid of tearing his septum.
Go ahead and roll.
Initiatives.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Because the outside players. Yeah.
I'm laughed. That's okay. Once again, we're in a place I can't fucking hide. What the shit?
I would like to point out he doesn't seem to really want to fight. He might want to leave.
I don't think we would have auto-triggered combat if that were the case, but who knows?
Minotaurs aren't exactly.
Okay, so I used
harmless
my
as
$5.
individuals.
The
Outside of
random
the
one that was just for whatever I wanted to
factors
roll
and
the
all that,
encounter
he's
chart.
probably pissed.
Things just got fucked. So a Trask is a world destroyer.
I wonder
It
if I
is
can
a
use my
once in a
animal
lifetime
empathy
thing.
on
This
him.
town is getting fucked.
No, he's a monster.
Just wait and see. Okay, so you guys, so Juddy, you have first attack. So it is your turn, sir. You can do whatever you need to.
Shit. What I gotta see what the distance is. 30. Okay. Fuck. Why am I in front? Gonna there. And that's right. Target. Boop. There we go. Man, that stalled so hard on that 20 and then rolled.
Oh, you missed, sir.
I did.
He just goes. Okay. You done?
Oh yeah, I moved and shot. That's all I got right now.
Okay. Okay, Robert. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Gonna move there.
Okay.
Oh, thank God there's a body between me and him.
You know what? I don't have a ranged weapon. This is what I have to do, okay? I'm going to take a swing at him, I guess.
Okay.
It's a hit.
It's a hit.
You hit him.
Robert hit something. Fuck him up.
Yeah.
Alright. So, like... D8.
All you gotta do is okay. Okay, you didn't quite do that right, Robert.
What?
Right next to where your weapon is on your actions tab, there's the part that says like 1d8 plus whatever.
This
You
way,
just
it's gonna
grab
get
that whole
fun
text box and drag and
real
throw it in.
quick.
Oh, okay.
You wounded him. Ah! Okay, you done, Robert?
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna die, little orc.
He's the full-blooded one. He's not even little. Oh wait, no, Maddie's the full-blooded one.
The full-blooded one.
Oh, all right. Oh dear sweet Christ. You're stuck on his phone.
Oh,
He gores you, and he slams you with his great axe, and then gores you with the horn.
They let him keep his great axe? What the fuck?
How was this man in the middle of
It's
getting
true.
arrested and he's still armed?
Because they had literally just put him in cuffs.
How'd they get him in the middle of town without him being in cuffs?
You don't know. You weren't there for that part. They were coming out of the courthouse.
Hey, if you come down to the courthouse, you want a free yacht.
And then he stops and looks around. He just goes, Everybody roll will save, please.
That's probably not gonna do it.
Not good.
Oh, not good at all.
Robert did pretty good. He's very badly wounded, but he did pretty good.
So, all of you are frightened, including the Minotaur, too.
What? That's, okay. What are we frightened of?
Oh, hold on, let me get into that. The ground starts shaking. It feels like an earthquake almost. The building next to you starts rumbling and shaking.
Does it seem like it's coming from under the ground, or is something moving on ground that's shaking it?
Oh no, it's moving under the ground. And then you see it. Just the horns at first.
No.
This some
Slowly,
bullshit.
slowly starts coming up out of the ground. And you just
Oh,
hear
shit.
town folks are running. The street starts rippling as buildings go flying as the Trask makes his way out of the big hole. It is tearing through the concrete in the ground, decimating the township.
Oh, well, this whole town's fucked now. We're not going to anybody here.
Will, do I feel this over in the temple?
Yes.
Okay.
Like the priest. The priests are playing. Chris, roll a perception check though while this is going on.
Okay.
What's the CR on a Trask, Will?
A lot.
The CR on a Trask is fucking run.
25. 25. 2-5. 2 and a 5. A big 2 and a big 5. 2-5.
And our CR right now is probably what, like a 0.5?
You guys are a 2?
We got this.
Okay.
I throw David.
Chris, with everything that's going on and like people are shambling and the temple's shaking, glass is breaking, you just notice that people like it's chaotic. Like people are running to try to hide.
Okay. I'm gonna run to the cross street and see if I can't see anything.
I'm sorry, what? I'm dead. Thanks, Will.
Wait, what's happening? Ah!
The Trask just mega killed Robert.
He rears back his head. You see his neck kind of straight up. He howls, and then spines pop out of his skin and just fling right at Robert.
Now, why did you choose the most badly injured person? But it wasn't me. I'll take it.
Any really cool last words, Robert?
Oh shit.
Oh, that was just his first attack.
Oh, please no.
Oh my god.
I'm dead. Why did you
Still
target me?
Robert! That's a great sword!
Stop it! I'm already dead.
Robert, just change your picture on your character to a pile of powder.
Oh my lord. Is this where you hand him another character sheet?
Oh no, just wait.
This is officially a Will game. Even Juddy's dogs are upset.
My dogs are very perturbed by this. Hold on, I have to mute.
Oh, don't worry, it's not over yet. Juddy and you watch Robert pretty much instantly die as thousands of barbs and spike go flying into him. And just as you're turning to watch that happen, you realize the same thing is happening to you.
I see. He's hit me and you, I think, both, Dave.
You're both dead.
Correct. I'm still alive.
Oh yeah, sorry. You're still alive.
You goddamn right. It's my turn now, right?
Technically, yeah, because Dave's dead. Hold on.
Cool.
Dave's dying. He's not dead.
Is that loud?
Okay, he's essentially dead. He failed. He's dead. Dave has expired. Okay, Juddy, what are you doing?
Did I get a fort save or something?
Yeah, you stabilized. You tried to stabilize and you failed, Juddy or Dave.
How come I didn't get to roll that? No fair.
You did.
No.
I rolled it for you. It's the same as you doing it.
I want to be dead. No.
I didn't want to be dead either, but
hold
you
on.
know what?
Juddy's actually trying to do something. Tuck tail in and run. You do realize that's not going to matter with this thing, right?
I'm off the map. I'm therefore out of combat.
Okay. Okay, remember what we said when it's just going to follow you?
Listen, it's got the whole rest of town to get through before it gets to me.
That is true, because it's not going to go after one person. If you tuck tail and run, you're a newt to it. So it's like, okay, it just attacks whatever's in it because it's a mindless beast.
And, oh,
Uh,
I'm gonna just say this right now.
But-
Maddie's gonna be
uh,
very disappointed that Dad is dead.
but Juddy, one thing you have to remember about a Trask, there's all of their weapon acts as short as sharpening, so bleed effect automatically applies. So you are now dead. Just from
Negative, sir. I have a skill check to make.
make the skill check to see if you can stop the wounds.
Huh. No.
The 17.
It's not bad. So Chris, at the temple, people are hunkering down. They're rushing people down into the reliquary where they store. It's the vault that they store all of their magical items and stuff. They're rushing everybody down there because it's the most secured place in the building. But you do
Okay.
notice at this point the priestess you were talking to is missing.
Okay. Perception check.
Okay.
Really? Really? Yeah, I don't see her.
Okay.
Huh. Is the door open or anything?
It is still open as they're getting the last people in.
Okay. Something's telling me to go out to the street to see if I can't find the priestess.
Okay.
Maybe bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
So
know
you
what the
will.
definition of a hero is.
So you will need a acrobatics check to get up the stairs out of the basement because of how much is currently going on.
This is not going to be good. No.
Motherfucker!
I guess I'm going back down to the basement.
Yeah, it's too rough. It's getting worse. Like stones are
shit.
falling out.
Here we go again.
You did that thing where you fell upstairs just one step.
Yep. I slipped on something slippery.
This is.
Probably blood.
I mean, these things happen. I'm just saying. I mean, it's nobody's fault really.
somebody's fault.
There's a 0% chance this Trask is nobody's fault.
What are you talking about? You don't know nothing about nothing.
Yo, who was it that was calling God a bald-headed bitch? They brought this upon us.
So Juddy, right before it, life leaves your body. Right before, this is the last flash that you have. Is you see this face, and just an ear-to-ear evil grin goes, "Ha! Not as tough as I thought. We'll correct that next time."
Maybe before I died, I rolled a good check.
You passed out from your wounds, sir.
Passed out but lived.
Yes, but from your perspective, you believe you are dying. Everything quakes. You guys are kind of in just this blackness. And you just hear muffled voices and just whispers. Chris, the door's locked in the vault. It is bumpy. You can still feel the shaking of the town. You hear screaming in the distance, men, women, children. You feel loud bangs
It's
and
over
booms.
9,000!
Oh. Hang on.
Save their poor souls. How
just thinking to
exactly would you
myself,
like to do that?
Poultice, what did you get me into?
So what exactly would you like with that? So you do notice that the inner walls of the vault are glowing.
Yep.
So they are glowing, and runic writing starts appearing, and you can feel that a protection spell is being activated. Basically, like a mass sanctuary over the entire building.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so for $10,
Um,
Justin, what exactly would you like done?
Guess I'm
Because
just gonna hold out here for
good
the
things aren't
moment
necessarily what what
'cause
happens with the
everything is being locked
donations.
down.
It's
Correct?
always correct.
Probably no way
Crapshoot.
to get out.
As of right now, no. None that you can easily see.
Dog's going crazy.
Okay.
So for the rest of the party, you guys kind of come to. Dave, uh, you and Robert both feel like human pincushions, and you're very tender. Juddy, you have a splitting headache, and you are just outside of town.
I made it all the way outside of town.
Okay, for that I will actually roll on the wonders item
I
chart and
wake
give
up
them a
feeling
wonders
very
items.
tender.
I woke up confused because I was pretty sure I was dead.
How about
Wait,
that?
all of us outside of town or just me?
No, all three of you are out roughly just outside of town, or what's left of the town, which is not much. There's not a single building standing.
Okay.
Pulling up my shirt and looking at my chest, I'm pretty sure there were holes through me.
Oh, you still see the marks, like they're still healing. Like you can still see the wounds closing, and you just hear just this chaotic laughter from multiple voices, like in all directions around you.
Is the Trask still there or is it gone?
Oh, you can still see it. It's making its way to the east.
Which side of town are we on?
You are on the west.
All right.
Okay.
But you hear a voice before the laughter stops. It just says, "Try harder next time. Well, we're just getting started."
Hell?
I don't know who that is. What the fuck do they mean try harder against a Trask?
I didn't even get to try.
Listen, here's the thing, though,
Hey,
Robert.
at least you got to attack the Minotaur. I got punked out before it was even my turn.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to carry you guys the rest of this campaign. Because I just faced off against a Trask and lived. Like, I survived the combat. That's major XP.
You take penalties. You realize that, right?
Still like 20 levels, right?
No, it's not. I mean, I give you props, Judd. So definitely give you props.
Props is code word for crutches, because my shit's not going to be walking for months. So the entire town is decimated. I'm going to wait until the Trask is like a very safe distance away before I go back into the town.
Why is that? That is not what that's supposed to be. So it's gonna take a while because Trask go pretty slow.
Yeah, trust me, I've got time. Where else am I going? We were supposed to meet with the what was it, the mayor, the praetor, or whatever of the town.
Yeah.
If they're even still alive at this point.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna check and see if the inn still survived the impact or what's happening.
So are you going into town now, or are you waiting a second?
Waiting for the Trask.
I was gonna say, be careful with your wording there, Juddy. I don't want to walk back into the trash.
So, as you guys are waiting there, like you guys are pretty much sitting around like a semicircle, just kind of. The town is gone. They'll find out in a second. So you guys are kind of in a semicircle, sitting around, and just a swirl of green smoke starts in the middle of you guys. And just kind of goes out very quickly. Then you see bright purples and light blues mixed in it.
It's a swirl of smoke with blues and purples mixed in.
Yeah, it starts with as a dark green and then turns to multicolored purple and light blues.
Is it surrounding us or just over near us?
No, it's like right in like if you guys are kind of in the center circle, semicircle, it'd be like in the center, like if it was a fire pit, is where it is, and it just gets it goes about 2 feet and then just dissipates, and you just see there's a pile of stuff there.
Um, okay, what kind of stuff?
Okay, so you see there is a bag, a set of boots, what appears to be a flask, and an amulet.
Well, I think your Tavon has like a trap sense type ability, right?
No.
Shit. All right. Oh, you did. Never mind.
I can tell that they're objects. Can I roll a perception to see if they're there?
Yeah,
Yes?
yeah, you can. And you just hear from all around you again the familiar whispering voice. They're gifts. Take them. We don't want you dead yet.
I'm gonna roll a survival check. Oh, God damn it.
Survival? You don't know. You don't even know if you're actually alive right now. Like you think you might be in purgatory. Oh, spellcraft. Oh, all of them radiate magic.
Cool.
You said one of them was a flask.
Yes,
like,
they are.
Like a healing potion flask or what?
So this is a metal flask, and on one side of it there is a gem that if you put your thumb over it, feels like you can depress it.
First, I'm gonna. Oh, hold on.
And then written in Elvish underneath it just says a word. It just says Everfill.
Huh. Okay. I'm gonna. Is it a cork at the end or is it a screw top?
No, a screw top. A screw top on with a little chain.
I'm gonna unscrew it and see if and take a careful whiff and see if there's anything in there.
It is completely empty.
I depress the gem.
Okay. You hear a hiss sound, and it's completely empty still.
Oh. Okay.
Brave. What was it? Flask? What?
Huh? What?
A bag?
A bag, an amulet, a flask, and a set of boots.
Okay. I don't have anything to actually identify. I just have spellcraft, so I can't really identify.
Well, how about we ask what they look like, and maybe we can suss it out.
So while you guys are doing that, Chris, the door actually opens.
Okay.
To the vault, and some of the priests start going out because it seems like the storm the event is happening, because you actually didn't get to see outside. You just heard noises and didn't actually get to see what was going on.
Okay.
But they're starting to get out because it has kind of calmed down.
Okay. So I'm gonna go out.
Okay. So once you get out, there is some of the priests ahead of you. There's one of the doors is like covering the stairs, so they move it and rubble kind of goes down. And when you get up, you're just beside yourself. The town is gone. It's leveled. There is a big crater where the courthouse was. Like even the low standing towns, the tavern demolished, like everything. And you can see clear in the distance a gigantic beast. It is not a dragon. It's a reptilian. It is massive, and it is just disturbing.
Oh my. Okay. So, what part of the town is left standing? Any of it?
No, it's rubble. Like it's hard to determine what the streets were. Like the trees are turned over. There are some fires going here and there, um, but it's not good.
And there's people all around.
Oh, there's dead bodies, and then there's people coming out of basements and stuff. You can see some people struggling, trying to get out, but there's um, like you see the elderly, some small children, well, what's left of them, where they were crushed by falling debris or from the heavy footsteps of the monster. People are
Okay.
crying in terror.
Well, if I see anybody that needs to be stabilized
And this
from
is
dying
so. This is what you see in the distance.
and it's moving away,
Yes,
okay.
and to put things into perspective, this is essentially the size of Godzilla.
It
Okay.
basically is.
Oh, okay. So the people, if there is people that do need help, I'm going to use my skill, my abilities, magic that I have for stabilizing,
Yes, yes, it happened.
just so
It
they
happens.
don't die
Yes.
until they can get healed.
Okay. So
And
you're
that's a cantrip for me.
okay.
I'm just helping the town.
Yeah. So you see other members of the clergy and stuff are helping the non magic using ones are using traditional healing. You do finally notice walking up the Asimir priestess that had been missing walks up, coming from the west end of town. Is just walking up casually and just going and putting her hands on people and looks like she's healing who she can. Um,
Yep.
one of the other priests are with her trying to help out too, but seems kind of like just in awe of everything. Looks like shock is on his face, just kind of like
Yeah. The Asmir.
yeah.
The
So
other
the
Asmir.
yeah, well, like because it's the priestess is the other Asimir, and then there's another priest that you had seen like in the temple.
Hmm.
That's just walking around. It actually is also is an Asimir, but it's a younger boy.
Right. I just go up to the one that I was talking to and be like, "Does this happen often?"
The Trask, or the Tarasque as it is known by some, I always thought was a myth.
Oh,
I've seen depictions of it, and statues, but it is from a long forgotten time. This is the first time in this age that it has ever been summoned. Uh, it is,
summoned?
uh, yes, the Trask is summoned uh, from slumber by something powerful, usually a deity, but sometimes it's just a surge of magic. I believe it's from all the chaos that's been happening here, stirred it and woke it from its slumber. Now the hard part is getting it to go back to rest. It will run rampant over this countryside for weeks or even months before it eats its fill, on a terror spree that it'll just devour anything in its way. Has no qualms over who or what it is. Men, women, good, bad, ugly. It doesn't care. It's going to eat everything and destroy everything in its path until it fills its belly. There's no known way to kill it. I mean, even the myths say it's nearly impossible. It regenerates faster than you can damage it. Uh, it is impervious to acid, to fire, to magic. It's an unstoppable creature. It's said in the holy text uh, that the Lord Himself, the Eternal, from our religion, couldn't even stop it himself. He had to band together and siphon the magic off the other deities just to lay it to rest the last time before, at the end of the fourth age, going into the fifth. Um, and that's just one viewpoint from my main religion. Other religions have similar ones where it's nearly impossible to tame.
Hmm. So, hmm. Okay. And I'm just taking in all the information that she's giving me. Um, from the sounds of it, it will go back to sleep once it's full, is what you said.
Yes.
But in order to stop it,
Well,
there's it takes a lot of power.
yes, and right now, like the way it is heading, uh, It is heading to the east, so it is heading towards Lutton, the township right on the border. And then from there, I mean, it's going to terrorize the next region over, and depending, I mean, Lutton's a bit bigger than we are, so that won't stop. But once it hits the first major city, that might be what stops it. Their defenses and stuff might. Um, but I do know we need to inform. Oh no! And she
What?
just starts looking around.
What?
Where'd the wizard go?
Wizard?
There's a wizard that lives here. His name is Bombek. His tower is always staying in the same spot. I don't even see any of the rubble. His tower sticks out because of the fact that it is not made from stones from around here because he brought the tower with him. Then all of a sudden you see a shimmer in the distance, and you see the only building left standing is a tower that's about 100 feet tall that you have not noticed the entire time you've been in town for the short while that you have. And you just see a
What is
gnome.
that?
You
And
just
a gnome?
Yeah, you just see the windows open and this gnome look outside. Ha! There goes the neighborhood, and just shuts the windows.
Who's the gnome?
That would be Bombik. He's a
From the
local
tower.
wizard. Yes, in the tower. He's a local wizard who is hated by his own race. He came here some years ago to hide in plain sight, so to speak. The fact that he withstood
Okay.
it, which means he knew it was coming. Which means either he felt it coming or he summoned it, which I don't think he's powerful enough. It'd have to be at least an archmage in order to summon that. He's not nearly that powerful.
Okay, so he might have some information.
Yes. Getting an
Kind-
audience with him might be difficult, but it's probably the best option to figure out what's going on if that's the route you go. As for me and the church are gonna be gathering up as many as we can, and heading to some of the surrounding villages, and then me myself, I will be heading uh, to the uh, no, back to either. Well, I haven't decided yet. Either Meldroth or to Silverkeep. Probably Silverkeep because it is. They have a larger church of my religion there than Meldroth does. That way, I can get them to come and help get the reliquary and get the church rebuilt and see what they want to do about the town. The little Asimir boy goes, "Look on the bright side. Taxes can't be due anymore," and then just walks away.
Huh?
I like that kid.
He's got a point. Okay, so the tower is to the west.
So yeah, the tower is to the west. Well, it's the southwest. So it's
Southwest.
so it's going basically in the direction that she came from initially.
Okay.
Okay, so
Well,
back. No, go ahead.
Before I head out to the tower, like, did this thing come from underneath the ground, underneath the town?
Yes. So if you like how big the hole is and stuff, you can see where it is. Like it came from deep. Like you can't even begin to see the bottom of this hole.
Okay. So I'm gonna go head west then.
Okay. So back to you guys. Yeah, you guys were inspecting stuff. Well, thank you, and welcome to the shenanigans.
Identify them, other than like possible common sense adventurer type stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna check to see if there's a label. Sometimes magic items are labeled.
Okay.
I can use spellcraft on them. I just don't get the bonus for an identify spell.
Yeah. So what are you checking first, Dave?
I'm gonna go with the bag first. See if there's any markings or anything like that, or
Okay.
a tag even.
Okay. Roll your check.
What? Just perception?
Yeah, just perception.
No!
Had me at deep. Oh yeah. So you do find a small tag. Oh, thank you for the follow and welcome. So you do find a tag. And it says in common, bag of holding, size 1.
Okay. I'm gonna check the boots.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Okay, so the boots themselves, you do find like a stitched label on the back of one of them. It says boots, and then just kind of the rest of it's like scratched out. And the only thing you get from description is increases your speed.
All right. And the Amulate.
Okay. Nice. The amulet is um, that one you've seen enough of these throughout your times as a guildie. It's an amulet of natural armor.
Any way to figure how much natural armor? Because I know they can vary in their
Uh,
how protective they
yeah.
are.
Judging by the make of it, because you've seen the variety and stuff from mainly from fencing them and like grabbing them for different jobs, is this one's a low end one, so it's probably a +1.
Okay.
Okay, everybody roll a perception at this point. Because remember, this is happening the same time as everything that was happening with Chris.
Ah,
Okay. Okay. Uh, well, you didn't need to, Chris. Sorry, it was a.
Oh.
Uh, uh,
To everyone.
yeah, I know. I said everyone, and then afterwards I said because this is happening the same time that was happening with Chris because it's the same event. It's them seeing the tower in the distance from your perspective to the slight southeast. You see a tower, like you see a shimmer in the sky, and then you see a tower appear that you haven't seen the entire time you've been in town, which has been like 4 or 5 days.
Okay. Well,
They don't need help.
that
They got
tower's
this. They
never
got
been
this.
there. That's
It's been.
probably
They've had it
important.
worse.
let go here.
Okay, so the Trask is now moved well away from the town. If anything, it looks like he's actually picking up speed as he's getting further away from town.
All right.
Is he rolling downhill?
Could be.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let everyone know what I believe these items are
Okay.
based on the labels and my knowledge. The flask I'm pretty sure is an Everfill flask. It does say Everfill and it's got a button, so kind of believe that's true.
Move faster. I might want to take a look at those.
Here,
What's that?
these.
Said if you say something about the boots making you move faster, I might want to take a look at those.
Yeah, I say everything what I think they are. A bag of holding, version 1, boots of some kind of speed, an Everfill flask, and a natural armor amulet, probably a low 1 level. Would you like the boots, Scritton?
I think I would. I'm a very slow boy.
Well, here you go.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jeebus!
What it popped up on my thing as an unidentified item will added to my screen. So I guess I'm going to roll a spellcraft to try and identify so I can add them in my inventory.
Yep.
You can remove them, please.
Okay. Did it show up as identified now? Juddy. Hello?
Jetty! The trash didn't really kill us. Where'd you go?
I got sent on a mission by my wife. I'm back.
Oh.
All right, so I can see the names of them.
There you go. It's added to your inventory, sir.
There we go.
Thank you and welcome.
Okay, so I can actually see what they do now.
Yep.
Ooh. Not bad. I didn't know about the acrobatic shit. Fuck yeah, those are awesome.
So you can tell the others because you figured out what they actually are.
I can. So I'll tell everybody exactly what they are. The boots of striding and springing. I get a bonus on my acrobatics checks and a bonus to my move speed.
That makes up for all the chocolate they've gained.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind those, but I know you need them more.
Because that is the gold value of that item. 5,500 gold pieces. They have
Charizard,
lost
any of these
a lot
other
in
three
chocolate.
look interesting to you? Maybe the amulet?
Maybe the amulet.
Because honestly, Bag of Holding and Everfill Flask is good for anyone.
Yeah.
Technically, natural
Yeah.
armor is, but I'm looking at our party sheet, and yours is the lowest AC of the three of us here.
Alright,
Also,
yeah.
being a barbarian, I don't think he wears armor. He gets like an AC bonus for being unarmored, doesn't he?
That's a particular build of Barbarian.
So are you taking the amulet, Robert?
Yeah, I'll take the amulet.
Oh, come on. Hate when it doesn't add it. There we go. It's listed as unidentified item.
And I would roll spellcraft to identify it.
Yep.
This isn't gonna end well. I see it.
Not bad. Well, you already had a head up on it, so I will give it to you. So there is now identified. So it is an amulet of natural armor +1, so it adds +1 to your AC. Making you a bit more tanky.
Just a little bit. And if there's no objections, I'll hold on to the Bag of Holding and the Everfill Flask.
Okay.
Well, it's still unidentified in my inventory.
Is it? Hold on, I'll correct that in a second. Okay.
Like a human problem based one.
There you go, Robert. They should be identified now. Okay. So where, from your guys' perspective, where you are sitting, you do see off in the distance. It looks like the lady that you met earlier in the day before all the shenanigans is walking towards the tower that just appeared.
Which lady? The one that gave Robert the note?
No, the one that read the note over the shoulder and then walked away.
Oh, that one. Well, that was the one who was around right before all this chaos happened, and all three of us almost died. Two of us kind of, sort of, more than the others. Tracking, following.
Okay.
Boop, boop. I guess, I don't know, would I roll a survival to track her?
Yeah, you can.
Or just like a perception to like follow?
Perception, survival is if you lost sight of her to follow her track. So perception would be more accurate because you're trying to keep an eye on her.
All right.
Okay. So you guys are roughly going around the same pace. So it looks like if you guys go at the pace you're going, you're going to get to the tower roughly at the same time that she is. Oh, yes.
Alright,
Do I
well,
notice them?
Roll a perception check. So you should be able to. You will get a +2 bonus for it since the ground is completely flat except for the hill tie. Oh yeah, you didn't even need the bonus, but yeah, you see them easily. Also, Juddy, Matt, or Juddy, wow, Juddy, Dave, and Robert, put your hit points back to full because you were healed by your mysterious benefactors.
I was resurrected.
Yes, you were.
I was not healed. I was resurrected.
Yeah. You and Dave were both resurrected.
did I see God?
A little bit.
I saw God's toe.
One of them should be a zombie. No.
Actually, that raises a good point. Dave Harlow.
Ah, fuck you.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go with low.
7. Okay, you're good. Robert. High or low? Or wait, no, sorry. I only rolled a d10, so it was actually high, Dave. That was my bad because I was looking at the wrong dice. So it was high.
No.
So it was actually
You were
high.
right the
So
first
okay,
time.
no. Robert, high or low?
Low.
72. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Jody, high or low?
I didn't die.
Doesn't matter.
Hi.
54, just barely. So Juddy's not affected. David, you and Robert both notice that you have one section of your hair, like a stripe, that is now a different color.
White.
Yes. It is white with a slight light blue tinge to it.
I mean, it could be worse.
Yeah, it could be.
You don't know what else there is, Robert.
Okay. So you guys get to the tower roughly at the same time. You see the tower is circular. At the base, goes up about 50 feet, and then it goes into a hexagon style pattern. You do not see any doors or windows within the first 30 feet of the tower, of the 30 feet in height. You do notice that there are what appear to be 2 iron golem statues sitting out front, though.
I look over at the other 3 and what are you guys doing here?
Following
Sure.
you.
Trask. Tower.
Yeah. Were you guys near the Trask?
You might
Unfortunately.
say that.
Super close.
Just a little bit.
And you guys survived?
Some of us.
Yet to be determined.
Oh. Yeah, the priestess said that there might be a wizard named Bombek here that might know some information about it. So I was coming to see what he knows.
You hear the sounds of metal against metal, and one of the golems turns. What do you want?
I've come to speak to Bombek, the wizard.
We humbly seek.
Oh,
his
thank you so much.
Arcane guidance
Huh.
in matters.
I'll give him
most
some more
dire.
stuff. Don't worry.
I look at the rest of the group and shrug. Oh, wizards like to be sucked up to.
I just hold a thumbs up towards him and, yeah.
Okay. He looks at the other one. Open the gate. And then the other one turns around, just moves like 3 steps forward, and you hear the sounds of gears grinding, and the front door or the front of the tower kind of shifts, and you see the blocks move from interlocking positions, and a small door opens up.
That was cool. I go in.
Ladies first.
Trying to keep active perception while we're in here.
My name is Tavon, by the way. What's yours?
Mine's Triss.
Ha,
I'm a
mine's
priest of-
Bombik. Nice to meet you.
Bombay.
And he's just standing in between all of you. You notice for a gnome, he's kind of plain looking. Like his skin is very like ashy white too. Very very odd. Anybody who knows gnomes or they can roll a knowledge check uh, to figure out why he is the color he is, because he just seems odd.
Oh, that did not work.
Wait, knowledge or intelligence?
You can do
you can do
knowledge check, or if you have a knowledge check that applies, or intelligent.
Wow, baby.
He's so cute.
He's adorable. Ooh, goddamn, Robert. So-
Whoever rolls a nat 20 gets a 19.
Robert and Juddy both know that this gnome is going through the process called bleaching. When they do not have new experiences in an X amount of time, they slowly start losing the aura and their sense of self. Because Fae, because gnomes are technically a Fae type, and they actually come from the first world, which is the Fae realm, was where they originated. Even ones that were born on Masabu, at all, or born on the moon where a lot of them live, are still affected by the bleaching, just at a slower rate. They need new experiences in order to do stuff. That's why like a lot of them are bards or wizards or tinkerers, stuff like that, so they can always keep moving and keeping new things going on.
So as a lack of new experiences, so he has experienced Trasks before.
Quite a possibility. He's like,
Yeah.
welcome to my humble abode. If you are with the mustache man, which you have weird little mustaches, don't bother. My name is Bombik, or Bombik Jr. Don't add any names to me. That is all I am. I am Bombik or Bombik Jr. Don't call me Pal. Don't call me Steve. Don't call me Grump. It's Bombik or Bombik Jr. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, Bombay.
Okay, what can I do for you? And shut the damn door. And he snaps his fingers, and the door just kind of goes back together. You need seats. And he just kind of rubs his hands together real quick, and then just blows through them as they're closed, and just it looks like dust fills the room momentarily, and then all of a sudden there's furniture everywhere. There's a nice tea set, some crumpets. Please, it's been a while since I have visitors. And you see that his cheeks start getting a little color to them.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I helped myself to some tea. I pour myself a cup.
So, what do you know about this Trask that's floating about? Do you know anything?
The Trask. Oh, the Terescu, the
Terescu.
the
Sorry.
Tyrannogon, the Trask, the whatever you want to call it this week. Every
Yes.
culture, every religion, every age has its different one. They are bad, very bad. So you can kill them, but you have to get it to a very, very low health to the point of near death, and then you have to wish it dead. There is one problem with this. You cannot wish anything dead. That is the caveat to it. Whoever invented this, who I believe was a mad wizard, is bad. Very bad. These things are world destroyers. These are reset buttons. These are what happens if you know anything about ancient history, and I do. This isn't the first time a Trask has come up. It's been a while. First time in this age. But they're the reset button. Usually, the Trask comes first, and then if that doesn't work, Cataclysm! End of the age! 1,000 years of darkness! New deities! And then New Age begins. So history tells us. I felt it coming, though. That's why I didn't want anybody to know I was here. So there's that. And plus, I have people trying to murderate me, and I'm fond of not being murderlated. So there's that. So I mean, is there something I can actually help you guys with? And I mean, the town's kind of flattened now. I can't do anything about that. I mean, I can fix the buildings, but I can't bring back the dead. Um, I mean, I mean, I have this. I have miracle, but I don't want to use it. Because I didn't like most of the town folk. So yeah,
It would be very good of you to offer shelter to the survivors.
shelter. I mean, I can give them shelter. I mean, you want a big circus tent? I got you. You want me to rebuild the town? I can do that in about 35 seconds.
Well, I was thinking about, do you happen to know some information of like why the chaos is happening and whatnot?
The
It is a bit
chaos
excessive.
is a
Or the
storm. The chaotic surge.
right?
It is a storm. Uh, eh, uh, it started with the eclipse. The 1,000 year or 100-year eclipse happened, and then the
Mhm.
gods were pissed. The gods fought in that time period, from what I know of the information I've been able to piece together. It was a godly war. I don't know if it was an invasion by another source or they were just shifting things around. It's kind of unclear. But that is the residue of gods fighting, and it just kind of mills about. And for whatever reason, sometimes it just adheres to areas or people because of the fact that it's chaos. So chaos breeds chaos. If there is something chaotic in the area, whether it be a creature, a group of people, an object, something of that nature, the storms will kind of gravitate towards that. And then if more chaos builds around it, the storms get worse and they stay more frequent in that area and then travel along with the chaos because it's feeding off of it. The storm needs chaos to feed. Uh, and nature is the perfectness of chaos. It is organization of chaos. It is the ecosystem correcting itself. It is doing this and doing this. It's a predictable cycle that's unpredictable. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because from all the death that just happened, all these dead bodies, everything out there, all the puppies that died, all of the cats that died, all the children, all the new life is going to grow in this area. People are going to come back and rebuild this town. It's going to repopulate. And this is going to be a story 20, 50, 60 years down the line that they're going to remember that this town was once destroyed when this is now a big city. And all because of a random event that happened because of happenstance and just unbridled chaos. And that's what makes it so unique. That being said, sometimes chaos isn't chaos. Sometimes it's fucking coincidence. And sometimes it's not coincidence. Sometimes it's fucking planned. That means there's somebody behind this. So I'm pretty sure it was somebody. It was probably the Praetor. I don't trust that guy. He steals a lot of things.
Praetor?
But what was the question?
What's the Praetor?
Praetor is a local mayor, magistrate, landowner of the area. Every township has one, and then above him is the Magister. The Magister is the local lord who rules over 3 to 5 townships on average, and then it goes up from there. So
Why do you think he's behind this?
he's a tiefling. They look like the devil, and he doesn't like anybody, and I don't trust him. He's conniving, he's sneaky, he betrays anybody who he can. He cares about nothing outside of the walls in his land, so he's an evil fuckbad in my opinion. Then you have the dwarf over yonder that owns a pub who is illegally mind you, bringing metals into the country and not paying the tariffs. Smart. He's smart, but he does it for a good reason. Why? Because he needs the money. So he's actually doing it for a greedy reason, but still, he doesn't lie about it. He just doesn't tell you about it. So Mission of the Truth is not a lie. And you see every time he's talking to you, his color's coming back more and more, and you see he goes from like an ashy complexion to like these bright, vibrant greens and reds.
Okay. So, in your opinion, you think this was brought upon the town? It's not happenstance.
I honestly don't know. It could be either way.
Hmm.
I don't have enough information because I haven't been outside of this house in 52.6 years.
52.6.
Yes, 52.6.
That's a long time.
Yeah, for me, not so much. He's like, don't worry. Here, I will give you something. Here. And he hands you a sword.
Nice.
There's one thing. Do not use this sword yourself. Gift it to your enemies.
Gift it to your enemies.
It is the sword of friends.
Okay. Do I know what the Sword of Friends is?
You have no idea.
Okay. Hey, you have that bag of holding?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
open it up.
I stick the Sword of Friends in there.
Don't worry. I have more gifts for all of you since you are having bad lucks. He hands each of you a soundstone.
Awesome.
Out of character, I remember these.
Yep. So soundstones act as they're linked to each other, so they act as a walkie-talkie system. To anybody other than the people they are linked to, it is just a fucking rock. Like, what are you doing? Why are you talking to a rock? Don't worry.
Because I rock.
Here, a chest to fool the fools.
Chest of Fools?
It's a chest of the mundane. So he pulls out a chest, and it's a smaller chest. So it is probably about a foot to foot and a half long, and about 6 inches wide, and about 6 inches deep. It looks kind of like what you'd hold like currency in, like a small um, treasure box or like a jewelry box. He goes, "This is the chest of the mundane. Uh, you place anything in it, and an illusion covers it to make it look like it's trash and garbage. Great way to store your valuables."
Unfortunately, we don't have any right now.
Huh, you don't have any. Why don't you have any?
Well, I mean, these magic items that we picked up, I guess, are valuable, but
Why, do you not have gold?
yeah, I turned to chocolate. Were you not here the last few days?
Anti-magic dampening field.
Lucky you.
Don't worry, this chest has it too, so if you put gold in here, it's not turned into chocolate.
Oh, hells yeah.
But you can only hold so much in it, but still.
Oh, I guess where all our currency's going now.
But wait, there's more.
Ooh.
Have another sword. And he's just pulling stuff randomly, like, out of the air. So he goes, "I have one last item for you. Oh, by the way, that sword is the same as the first sword. They're swords of friends. Just don't use them yourselves. Give them to enemies. If you give them to yourselves, it's going to be bad for your friends."
So you just gave us 2 swords that can only be used by our enemies.
No,
Against-
no. They should be used by your enemies. You can use them yourself, but your friends are not going to be your friends if you use them. That's why they are the sword of friends. Do you understand?
Gotcha.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
Give them to your enemies, because then if they use it, they'll attack only their friends.
Exactly. And then he pulls out, "Here for you," and he just doesn't say it to anybody specifically, and just sets it down, and it's it looks like a regular wooden pipe.
Uh-huh.
It's a self-lighting pipe.
Self-lighting pipe?
Yes, you put tobacco or herbs or spices or whatever it is you want in there, and you just say light, and it lights. No
Oh.
flint and steel necessary. Helps in a pinch.
Nice. Dave, you have all this stuff, right?
Yeah, I was about to say I'll grab that if no one else is reaching for it, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how else I can help you. I gave you gifts because you've given me new experiences, and I like that.
You're welcome, I guess.
Yep.
But can I ask you something?
Sure.
Like you were in the church. I know
Yes.
that because I saw you. You three should be dead.
I just kind of look at him.
Yes.
I was watching through you on my crystal ball. You should be dead. Like you two were dead. Like dead. Like beyond dead. Like pincushion dead.
I'm gonna lift up my shirt and see if there's any scars left.
Not a single scar.
I can't fully explain that. I think a god reached down and took pity on us or something.
He leans over, smells. Not a god, but it was chaotic.
What does that mean?
Take it out as you will. I'm not here to explain your life and your questions for you, okay? I am here for me. I am a wizard. I am doing my research. Speaking of which, since I am a wizard and doing research, would you like to make some money? I have an experiment and I need some volunteers.
Right now, we should probably look into doing something about that Trask, shouldn't we?
What are you going to do about it? It killed you once. You think you're going to go at it a second time and it's going to be any different?
That's what my face is saying to Dave at the moment as I look at him.
Well, I'm not
What?
saying we should
It's
just run at it.
65 metric tons of piss, vinegar, and anger that just wants one thing: to eat.
I don't know, maybe a lead on where to find a genie to wish it out of existence or something? I don't know.
Oh, a genie. That's an.
I thought
Hmm.
a genie couldn't wish something dead.
It can't, but you can wish it out of existence. Wishing out of existence is not the same as wishing it dead.
Yeah, you could wish it asleep, or
Yeah, yes.
wish it to be in outer space, or
Interesting thoughts. So, I may or may not have access to a genie.
like right now.
Well, it's in my storage facility, so you'd have to go get it.
Where's your storage facility?
So my storage facility. So funny thing about that. It's outside of town, a ways, and I may have misplaced it, a little bit.
You misplaced your storage facility?
Look, it has legs. It moves around. I got nothing. I don't know where the fuck it is, and that was like 50 years ago. So it could be anywhere now.
You don't have a way to find it?
No.
You're kidding. It moves, and you have no way to track it. That's very irresponsible.
Listen. Irresponsible or not, it's not my concern.
Is there anything inside of the storage facility we could
Huh.
possibly track that?
So in the middle of the conversation, you hear Scritton say something in that guttural language that you've heard him and Joran talking, back and forth, throughout the past couple days, and the gnome responds back to him in a very short sentence in the same tongue. Don't worry, I have a plan of execution, and I thank you, sir, for your thought process. I can do this.
I said, did he just say a minute ago he couldn't do anything about the Trask?
Yeah, he did. I will take care of this thanks to your prep work. Now get out of my house.
Wait, I want to hear more about this experiment he was talking
Right?
about.
He doesn't want the experiment? I was going to ask about that.
Oh, you want to be part of the experiment?
Maybe. What's the experiment?
I was more wondering about the floating storehouse.
So, I need people to test my facility.
What facility?
Well, by my facility, it's not actually mine. It's a friend of a friend's facility, and they need test subjects, and I'm just trying to, help a friend out.
What are we testing?
It's just a small defense tower, nothing big. It's a kind of a vault that is designed so that way when people get in, they can't get out with the merchandise.
So you want us to test the security?
Yes. Security protocols.
Oh. Is it dangerous?
I mean, it could be dangerous, but somebody who's smart and agile and equipped and adaptable could easily get out.
Who sends your motive on him?
Oh, he is
I was
lying through
going
his
to.
teeth.
I
I
was
kind of
going
figured.
to. So this friend of a friend, is there something specific you want us to take from the facility?
Yeah. There's something specific. There's a rare flower in the center of it. We just need to get it.
So we need to steal this rare flower from this person that you know and bring it back to you.
Yes, exactly.
What's the purpose of the flower?
I don't know. They just that's it's a test. Like that's the object they put in there. They put a rare flower in there as the test piece of what if somebody wanted this item. Like I mean, if they had a deck of many things, they could put the deck of many things in there. I don't know. They just have me to ask me to to help out and stuff. Like that's what I do. I help from my humble abode, but I haven't seen people because I don't go outside, and you're the first visitors I've had.
What kind of flower is it?
Flower? No, it's a rose.
I thought you said it was a rare flower.
It is. It's an emerald rose.
Oh,
In color or hardness?
Both.
both of it.
And how much would we get from doing this experiment?
For this experiment, look, I'm willing to barter. Let me look over my paperwork. He puts on his glasses and just pulls out a random piece of paper. Let's see. I'll do this and carry the one. Okay, so okay, that's it. Let's say 500 gold.
A person or per person? Total.
No, total. So 125 gold a person.
Still pretty good. And that's whether or not we can actually steal it. This is just like to test out the thing.
Yeah, I mean that's what you get if you survive and get out. I mean,
Survive.
what?
So it is dangerous.
What are you talking about? There's not death traps or anything. I mean, that I'm aware of.
Listen, if you want us to just steal this flower and give it back to you, just say it plainly.
Look, I don't care about the flower. I really don't. I'm just getting paid a lot of money to try to convince people to go to this place.
By whom?
I can't tell you that. It's a secret. I was bound to secrecy. My tongue is tied. My lips are sealed.
Okay, fine. I'm used to going into things somewhat blind. However, I want your solemn oath on the seal of magic that this is not some setup to get us killed or trapped.
You can go ahead and leave. Never mind. I don't need you.
What?
Huh? Go ahead and go. I'm not stealing anything on magic. Go ahead and go.
Oh,
He doesn't want to go in the tower anymore.
Yeah, I don't need you.
Okay.
Uh,
You know stealing is wrong, right?
Stealing is wrong only if you get caught. And if it was stolen from you to begin with, is it really theft? Things to remember.
So we're stealing it back. Now the story's changing.
Listen. Stories are flexible. That's the way a story works. Continuity errors? Yeah. But I got a trash to go take care of.
Where's this tower at, by the way?
What tower? What are we talking about?
Or the place, the facility?
The facility?
I mean, we'll check it out for you.
I mean, you're already in the facility.
With the flower?
Yeah, you've been in here as soon as you freely walked in the goddamn door.
Oh. So where's the flower? In the basement? And I start looking for like other ways out.
Oh, you just don't get it, do you? You just don't get it. And you notice a seam starts appearing down the long ways down the center of his face.
Fake.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Bombic's been gone for a long time. And then you see slowly teeth start jutting out from either side of the line on his face. And then
Is the
you,
door behind us gone?
yeah, remember he closed it shortly after you guys got in there.
Yep. Hmm.
And he goes, "Heh, we told you. You can't die yet. You're still needed. You're gonna try and try again till you get it right."
What the fuck?
Am I close? Am I like right next to this creature?
Yes.
All right, hold on one second.
In character, shit's going down. Out of character, yay!
Um, as an action, can I do Lawyer's Keeper?
Yep.
You can touch a creature to learn about its abilities and weaknesses.
Okay.
With a successful touch attack, you gain information as if you made the appropriate knowledge skill check with the results equal to 15 plus your cleric level plus your wisdom modifier.
Nice.
So I need to roll just a straight d20?
Yes.
Okay.
To see if it allows him to touch him or whatever.
Okay. But with that, so yeah, you're good. You're able to touch him.
Okay.
Upon touching him, you get a flash, and you see this creature for what it truly is. This creature is a mimickin. They are a subspecies of mimic that can mimic people, not just objects that open and close.
Okay.
At some point, from what you're able to determine, he imbibed Bombik. Like, so Bombik is dead. He has taken Bombik's guise and Bombik's memories.
Gross.
Got it.
And he goes, "Why are you touching me? Peculiar
So
creature.
pretty.
You're peculiar."
We need
So,
to go. We need to go now.
go? Where are you going to go? Oh, you want out? Here. And he starts pointing, and doors start just randomly flying onto the walls. Choose a door. Any door. Because you're not leaving anytime soon.
Shit pants.
I grab my morning star in my hand.
Okay.
Are any of these doors labeled?
Nope.
Or written anyway?
No. Now, all of them are different styles too. Some are iron, some are wood. Some look like they're made from stone. All of them appear to be unlocked. But you do hear uh, the three of you, everybody but Chris, hears a familiar sounding laugh. Well, it's laughs. It's multiple laughs of that you heard when you guys first woke up. Where is it?
Oh, shitness.
And then you hear very clearly ring through as the mimic just kind of is still just sitting in place and turning more and more into its actual guise of a mimickin, where it just has eyes everywhere. And you just hear like echoing clearly through the entirety of everything. It sounds like it's coming from the walls, the ceilings, from everywhere. You just hear, "Ha, welcome to my tower. Ha, well, our tower. Time to test you. So far, you have been you've been entertaining, but less than what we need. So how about we upskill you a bit? Let's see how well you do the first couple rounds. The rules are simple. This is the tower. The tower chose me, so in return, I chose you. Well, chose us technically. Yes. Anyway, me and my bestie are here for your entertainment. You are here for our amusement. The rules are simple. You find the way out, you get to stay out. Otherwise, you will stay here until you do. Dying is an option, but there's plenty of ways to come back. Crying is an option, and all of you shall. We officially welcome you to the Tower of Tears. Hopefully you survive, but either way, it's gonna be fun.
Alright, let's get out of here. What's the nearest door?
The nearest door is made of wrought iron.
Come on, this way. I start heading toward it. I mean, they're made of different things, but like one door is as good as another if they're not labeled. Like,
Yeah.
fuck if I know what's behind any of them.
Okay, so you get to the iron door. It has a simple latch.
I put my hand up against it just to see if there's any temperature variation coming from the other side.
Not that you feel.
Okay, I don't want to open it and then like a wall of flame shoots out or something. We ready, team?
No.
I don't think we have a choice.
Yeah, we want to try like a perception check just real quick to see if we can spot any traps or anything of any variety.
I mean, he said they're unlocked. They don't want to test us like that right away, I wouldn't think. But if you really are that paranoid about it,
The door doesn't have to be locked to be trapped.
I check it for traps.
It is not trapped.
I didn't think it was, but someone's being ultra paranoid already.
Hey, you damn right. Somebody just locked us in their magical tower, Dave.
To be fair, you guys walked in of your own volition.
I said locked in. I didn't say trapped. Like I didn't say kidnapped us. Just locked us in. Although technically that's kidnapping, but you know.
No, true.
Unlawfully imprisoned.
Yeah.
Open the door and let's see what we saw.
You open the door, and it is blindingly bright. And then a wave of water comes flushing out. Everybody, reflex save.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Dog shit rolls nonstop.
Hoorah!
Okay. So Dave's able to get his footing and like hold on to the door, and he actually has himself wedged behind the door, so the wave of water is coming, coming out the door, sweeps all the rest of you off your feet into the back wall. The room is now slowly filling. The mimic just kind of laughs and just disappears.
Can I try to shove the door shut?
Yeah, Daddy Rat can swim.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you can try to shove this door shut, Dave.
I assume just a straight strength check.
Yes.
Of the rushing water.
That good for a swim?
Yeah, you're not doing bad. Chris is having a little bit of trouble swimming against the current, but Dave does get the door shut. As the door shuts and the water starts slowly draining out of the room mysteriously, all of the other doors in the room melt off the wall like they were wet paint.
Wait, where's the water draining to?
You don't know. You don't see any obvious holes. And now the room is completely stark white. Every wall, ceiling, floor, there is no entrance or exit save the door that Dave just closed.
God damn it.
The door that wasn't trapped.
No, the door wasn't. It was just full of water.
Water doesn't keep flowing like that if it's just full.
Do you want to argue semantics or do you want to figure out a way out of here?
It sounds like you're having problems, folks. So early on and already getting into trouble. This is going to be amusing.
Spellcraft check on the walls.
Pretty sure the whole thing's magic.
Oh yeah, this is you get auras of pretty much every school of magic just bouncing off each other. It is chaotic.
So all the doors washed off the wall like they were paint, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna pull a piece of chalk out of my bag and draw a new door on the wall.
Okay. As you're drawing it, you hear it sound like you hear the sound of the chalk doing it, but then you can hear like pressure hissing out of the wall. And then as you finish your line, you can see like just a minuscule of light coming from behind from where you had put the chalk on the wall.
Are we sure this is a good idea?
Nope. Do a perception check to see if I can gauge the safeness of opening that new door that I just created.
You're about as sure as this door as Dave was the last one.
Sounds good. I'm gonna open the door.
You open the door and you see it looks like a short hallway that ends in with a black curtain.
What is illuminating the hallway?
There are torches on the wall. The hallway itself is about 15 foot long and about 5.5 foot wide. There are torches roughly every 2 to 3 feet on either side.
That's how you open a door.
Okay.
All right. I just cautiously start making my way down the hall. Very cautiously.
Do you want me to take the lead?
I got a 22 perception right now.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you notice more than I do. I must have a in my eye.
Oh, come on.
Okay. You start hearing like, it sounds like music, like festive music coming from behind the curtain as you're getting closer.
Am I in the lead or were you in the lead, Juddy?
I think I'm in the lead.
Yep.
If I hear the music, here's the thing, because I don't want to metagame of any variety or anything like that.
You could just ask, do you recognize the music?
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, would my character put 2 and 2 together or make a consumption of music potentially being bad because clearly we've already been dealing with Faye inside here once already? Would I want to actively try and tune the music out or find a way not to hear it?
That is a very, very good question. So for that, you'd have to make either a wisdom check or an intelligence check, depending on which way you want to go. If you're going with common sense or knowledge that you would actually know.
Or if you have an appropriate knowledge skill.
Correct.
Uh,
You have no idea either way. You're just like, Chris, you know the best bet is to not listen to the music. Try to tune it out.
Do you share this with the group? Chris?
that appears to be a no.
Oh, God damn it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes. What was the answer?
What the hell?
7 flavors of hell.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
Okay, sorry. Yes, I do tell everybody about the music.
Okay.
Apparently my mic stopped working.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Also, I would like to grab a torch off the wall, open the curtain, and throw the torch in.
Okay. So when you open the curtain and throw the torch in, you do get a glimpse of this.
Close the curtain.
Hey,
Do I have... Let me roll knowledge, I guess, on that? Or is it intelligence? It's the same thing, right?
Yes, knowledge is a specific branch of the knowledge tree, so you get more pertinent information. Where now intelligence is just a random. So
A 9.
A 9. So you were looking to figure out what was the room?
Yeah.
So it appears to be a fey tree.
Do I know anything about them?
So Fae are mischievous at best. Even the good ones are something to be wary of because they are natural tricksters. The good ones will play pranks that are will tend not to be deadly, can still be harmful because they think it's funny. Where the evil ones will play very deadly tricks. So they are something to be avoided with. So, Fey creatures include brownies, pixies, sprites. Nymphs are technically a Fey. Gnomes are Fey blooded. There are certain types of spellcasting classes that have Fey bloodlines that give them access to that type of magic. Wild magic in the world is typically Fey magic or chaotic magic because the realm of chaos and the first world or the plane of chaos and the first world are very close together. They're like their walls touch, so there's overlap between the style of magic. So to somebody who's not an expert, it's indistinguishable. Chaos magic is indistinguishable from Fey magic because they are so close and nearly the same thing.
And leprechauns.
Yes, leprechauns too are another. Leprechauns are a prime example of what a Fey is: good, bad, ugly. Like, you know,
Red caps.
Yeah.
yeah. Big heads. We're gonna steal your children. Give me them.
Are I've always called them tieflings, but
Yeah, tieflings,
they're
tieflings. Yeah.
yeah, they're fey as well.
So with them, it depends. So with tieflings and tieflings depends on their bloodline. So they are technically some of them can be from the Fey realm, but just as many, if not more, of them are actually descendants from devils and stuff that have lived on the material plane. But there is definitely crossover with the Fey with them because some of them are kind of like the Asamirs. Asamirs are very similar to where they do have some Fey inclinations, mainly because the Fey realm touches so many other realms.
I think
So-
elves are apparently Fey blooded, aren't they?
Elves. Elves originally started as a Fey offshoot in traditional lore, and then moved out very early on because it's called the First World because when the deities created the worlds, they created the First World first as basically like this is our playground. Let's see what we fuck up, and then pick and choose what they wanted, and left everything else there. Like, yeah, let's close this
Handoff
off.
mode.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, let's leave these fuckers here. They're crazy. One of my favorite Fey creatures of all time, and the other players can attest to this: Tooth Fairies. Love them with a passion.
Fuck you with tooth fairies.
All right. So I'm gonna tell the others. I'm gonna be like, I think it's a You said it was a fey tree.
Yes.
Fey tree. That's out there. This could be very bad.
Yeah. Damn it.
Should we continue on?
Where else are we gonna go? Draw another door and hope for something better?
There's a possibility.
Well, you could
Just
try
make
it.
our own way out.
Guy
Try
said
it
he
on
was
that
trying
wall.
to. The guy did say he's trying to test us, so we can't just keep playing it safe until something really nice happens. We've got to take some risks.
Why not? Okay.
At least this isn't a rushing waterfall trying to drown us.
That's true. All right. Just don't believe everything you see in there.
Don't eat or drink anything neither. And do not introduce yourself.
Okay, so you guys going through the curtain?
Yes.
Suppose so.
Okay. As you go through the curtain, as the curtain flutters back closed, it disappears and falls to shreds. You
That's
see
a good sign.
you see a satyr in front of you. Ha! Well, welcome. Welcome. How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Could be better.
Yes. Welcome to my wood.
It's a very nice wood.
Why, thank you. It's the only one I have. So, you're seeking what exactly? Escape?
Yep.
I'd say more of an exit.
Well, an exit I do not have. This just leads to more rooms, as most rooms do. But finding the way out is always the tricky part, is it not?
is.
Which way? Do you know which way out is?
Uh, out is indistinguishable at this point. I've been here too long to know what the outside is like. But with Faye, time means little to us. We don't really care about it too much because time is endless in the realm of the Fae.
Okay. Is there any more doors in this room?
You do not see any doors, but you do see that when you look over the edge, you just see water, and just below the water, it looks like there's another room.
I look at the satyr. What's down there?
Huh. Oh, that is to the next area.
How do we get there?
You jump, of course. I hope you can swim. Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink.
Now, why's he got to
Can
say
you, can you guys swim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that? I can, but he basically just said a little rhyme to make it sound like this water wasn't potable.
Don't
I'm curious
worry.
what got first into it.
I'm going to reach into my pack and pull out a piece of chalk and drop it over the edge
Okay.
and see what happens when it hits the water.
So it hits the water, and you see, like when it first hits the water, it acts like normal, and then you see it slowly sink, and you hear it sounds like it's going into jelly.
That seem like acid to anyone?
Seems like a dessert.
It seems like an ooze.
Everybody can roll a perception.
Fucking gelatinous lake.
God damn it.
So Robert doesn't know, like Robert's just like I don't know what's going on. The rest of you, as you're actually looking down at the water below, you can make out skeletons, armor, like metal gear, but it is a giant gelatinous cube, like the entire floor is.
Ugh.
And not jumping into that.
But why? It only stings for a minute.
Yeah, and then you're digested.
I mean, there is other ways out. You can always fly up
You gotta look up.
or climb. When you look up, you do notice that it looks like just past where the tallest point of the surrounding trees go, it looks like ladders like appear from the clouds.
Stairway to heaven.
Up?
Up or down, the choice is yours. Or you can stay here with me for eternity. But remember, time has no meaning in this room. While time has no meaning, your body doesn't realize that. So while you will cease to age or slow to age, you will still grow ever hunger and thirsty. And eventually, you will come to your demise because of not having the nutritions that you need.
Meat's pretty good.
So I go to the wall and I try to check to see how hard of a climb it's going to be.
Okay, well, first off, you're going to have to, you'll have to jump over to get a foothold, which that's going to be the easy part. But there are a few handholds, but it's going to be a challenge.
Wonder if I can just climb the bay tree.
What was
How
that?
high up is it?
Would I be able to put a rope on one of my crossbow bolts and do kind of like shoot it up there?
Yeah, you can try that. It's about 50 feet, Dave.
How about I just use my grappling hook and see if I can toss it up?
Yeah, you can do
Well,
that.
if you have a grappling hook, then yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna tie my rope to my grappling hook and see if I can toss her up there. I assume a strength check or
Yes.
Ooh.
God damn!
Hiya!
You lob that up there and it nestles perfectly. It's like it was meant to. And you hear that. You hear the whispering voice go, "Oh wow, he did good, amazing."
I suggest we go one at a time. Make sure the rope's sturdy enough.
Well, it's my rope. I'll go first.
Okay, roll a climb check. Dave climbs up it with ease.
All right, who's next?
All right.
Okay, the rat folk makes it up with ease. He scurries his little feet up there.
But if anyone is gonna have trouble with this, it's gonna be you, Karzard.
Mm,
Probably the heaviest of us.
Check.
all right. You going?
You can go first.
Okay.
You do have the best strength though, so you probably have a
Oh.
decent time getting up there.
You rolled craft instead of climb, but
Oh, sorry.
but an 18 is still more than enough to do it, so I'll let it go. He
Alright.
crafted that rope.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Robert gets about like the first two hand rugs and then just slips off the rope. Like what the fuck?
Really? I thought your strength was super high. What the hell?
My strength is high, but if I can't roll for shit, then it doesn't mean anything.
Try again.
Only a
True.
thing, Robert.
Okay, you're struggling a bit, but you're getting there. Roll another check. You
Okay,
fall back down.
okay.
You fall back down to the bottom. Okay, so start over.
I have an
You-
idea.
Do you need us to pull you up?
We can pull him up.
Hold on, give me one more chance. God damn it.
He's struggling.
You can do it.
This man has never seen a rope before in his life.
One more check and you get to the top. You're almost there.
If I fall again, I'm just gonna jump into the cube at this point.
You can do it. You can do it.
You get to the top. There was a lot of huffing and puffing. It's because you skipped leg day. So
I don't want to fucking hear it.
you get to the top and it's just like, and you just hear a familiar voice. Figures. And you see Thievel and Frank.
Alright, I'm gonna curl up my rope and stow my grappling hook and everything.
The evil anus.
Who do we see?
So you have not met them. You see a little imp with wearing a bowler hat, smoking a cigar, drawing, and you see a kitsune in her human form sitting there writing, and it looks like she's trying to draw a map. And the imp is the one that said something to you guys. The other players know who she is. They've had encounters with her before.
Yes.
Thivo looks, oh, it's you. Hi. Did you get trapped in here too?
Yeah, we sure did.
Did we make it to the next room?
Yes.
Okay.
She's like, welcome. This is apparently the first rest area. I've learned. Me and Frank have been here for. Hold on. She looks at a piece of paper. 5 weeks. By my
5
count.
weeks.
By my count. Been here for 5 weeks.
Were you there when the Trask attacked?
What Trask?
All right, so you have been in here from the outside perspective of like maybe a day.
Oh. Well, there's Fey magic approaching, and chaotic magic, and temporal magic, and a bunch of other magics I am not familiar with. So, I've died twice. Frank's brought me back. It sucks. But there's certain areas that are like campsites, and you're safe for a limited time, but you can't spend more than 12 hours at them, because then after the 12 hours, the room pushes you out. Like it's had enough of you.
How many doors are here
Huh.
around the room?
You see 4, one in each major direction: northwest, southeast, west, or northeast, southwest. There we go. Ugh.
Have you guys tried any doors?
We've been here for 5 weeks. Yes, we've tried the doors. Frank's like, this place is a goddamn maze and not one that makes any sense.
Oh.
And you see she has like sprawled out along the floor maps upon maps, and none of them seem to make any sense. Like you see like some detailed like rooms, but then like the hallways that lead to them, there's like question marks into it, because it's like you go here and it leads to, like she has it labeled like room 1. Room 1 exit 1 leads to room 5, but also leads to room 32, also leads to room 17. Like it doesn't make sense.
Can I take some time to like investigate her maps and see if I can't make any sense?
Yep, you can go ahead and do that.
I think that'd be survival, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Hey, Matt?
Survival?
Correct.
Okay.
It is like you're looking at him, and it nothing seems to make sense. Like
It's hurting my head.
yeah, like it's just going in circles, and like every time you think maybe no, no, oh yeah, no. Okay. So I think that is where we're going to end for the night, mainly because I have to work early in the morning along with David. So what did everybody think? Did everybody have fun?
Oh yeah.
So because of happenstance and of things, I put you guys into the tower sooner than I wanted to. It was eventually leading to this point, but I figured it was going to be with more people. Because I did say if we had more than 6 people or more than 6 people, you'd be guaranteed to the tower. But I saw an opportunity in the storyline on multiple occasions, and I'm like, with everything else that's happened, this is good, because I can put you guys in there, and then you can do this for a bit.
Well, here's the thing. Mickey's character, nobody knows exactly where he is. Maddie's character just got lost in the tower trying to look for a poop room.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we should be able to find them.
So I will award XP in a minute. So I will be back. I'm going to shut down my stream real quick, okay?
Okay.
Oh, why, hello again, ladies and gentlemen. So that was a topsy-turvy roller coaster of emotions and shenanigans. I want to thank everybody for the follows and for the generous donations that led to some very, very chaotic moments in this. Like I had planned for this session to be more of a role-playing session anyway, since we did have the first 2 sessions we did have combat that did take up a good portion of it. So I did kind of want that, having the random encounter with the Minotaur and then having my free roll. I'm like, okay, screw it, I'll add something else to the mix. The Minotaur's hard enough, but then if I add something else in, it could be something that's on the chart that is against the Minotaur, that is an enemy of the Minotaur, just trying to even the playing field out. But I rolled a Trask and Trask is devastating. So the township of Desmar is gone. That also means I have to do my rolls after stream and later on when I do my behind the scenes wrap up and how I process things to roll to see which of the NPCs in town had survived. Did Ironbeard make it? We don't know. Did the Praetor and his assistant make it? We don't know. We don't know about any of the other ones that we haven't met. Like those ones are easy, but I'll still randomly roll for it. But if anybody was paying attention, I did.
Baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
I deserve that. I 100% deserve that.
Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.
So for anybody who was paying attention, right as Juddy was passing out from the trauma, the last thing he saw before he went to sleep was a female orcish figure. That is the introduction of somebody super exciting.
Making bacon pancakes.
Thanks, Alex.
Bacon, and I'll
Put it in a pancake.
Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna
Okay.
make. Bacon pancakes.
You know, you're just as much to fault as I am. So yes, I'm the one that built the charts, but you guys are the ones that are making me roll them. But they have met another NPC who is powerful and who right now, her and her bestie are testing them. So that's definitely going to be fun going forward with how the storyline is. That being said, you still see some of the other ones because the Tower of Tears is not choosy. So it is called the Tower of Tears for the simple reason that it has made players cry in the past. This tower is nearly impossible to escape. You can escape. There are ways to do it. Each time there is a get out of jail free card. There is one. In every single Tower of Tears, there is one thing that will instantly get you to the end if you find it. It's the MacGuffin of the dungeon. So remember how you were talking about, flour and stuff like that? There is something like that in here.
Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Take some bacon and I'll put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes.
I hate you all! But, so there's something in the dungeon that will get them an instant out. But typically, when they go through the dungeon, if they do a full rotation and do eventually find the way out, usually they'll end up gaining anywhere from 3 to 5 levels on average, depending. By the time they get out, and then they can get on to the bigger thing. So that being said, the tower itself also has time dilation. So when they enter and when they leave, it's a random roll to see how long it's been. So it can be, depending, it can be a few minutes to the outside perspective, or it can be several years. I think one time I rolled the max, which was 100 years out, which is the rarest. I'm going to. I have my sticker right here. I have my sticker. Don't worry, Ness. I got my sticker. But I thank you for reminding me. Well, I'm actually talking. I can actually look to see who's on to raid out to. Which that'd be a good plan. But definitely fun night. Definitely interesting. Some storyline I ended up having to scrap because of random rolls and happenstance that I was going to do, like the storyline with the Praetor. But that's okay because I can introduce it again later. That's the good thing is since I didn't give all the details for it, I can rinse and reuse that one later on and just change the intro to it, and nobody will be the wiser. That's the good thing about DMing and prepping as much as you did, and I did a lot of prep work this week. I think I pounded through 12 or 13 different quest lines and kept some of them relatively nondescript in certain ways, so that way I could easily incorporate them somewhere else. So we have that. So is there anything else? Like I said again, thank everybody for the chaos that ensued. It was definitely extremely fun. And like Alex, definitely appreciate you were very generous tonight. You feel bad for them, and I wouldn't at all. They knew what they signed up for. You did hear the comment that I believe Dave made. Said, "Yep, this is definitely a will game. It's official now." They are scared. Juddy's super stoked to be in the tower as a player. As a character, not so much, but as a player, definitely, because this tower is fun because so many different things can happen. Because it'll be interesting because this tower is filled with traps and puzzles, uh, combat. It has everything. It is a big dungeon day. I don't feel bad for them at all. It's just getting started. The tower. I like going into the tower. I can feel kind of bad. The trash thing that happens. It's happenstance. They died. They got resurrected. But they also have streaks in their hair, which there's something more to that than what they think. But we'll figure that out later. Okay, so let's see who's on. Oh, well, since I was doing Pathfinder, um, and things of that nature, I think what I want to do is raid another channel that I found myself recently. So they are another tabletop channel. They're Goblin Tuesdays. They do D&D. They're pretty chill, um, pretty relaxed. They are doing their campaign and stuff like that. So I think we'll go over to them to see how it's going. You know, give them some love. It's always fun seeing other streamers that do uh, who do something similar to you. So I do like watching a lot of the smaller streamers when it comes to seeing how they handle playing D&D and playing games and stuff like that, Pathfinder, because every game is unique. Every game is different. Like Critical Role, I think is extremely entertaining. Like they all do voices. They're voice actors primarily. They have what they do is amazing. The storyline's great. I tend to do a lot of like mystery roles and stuff like that because I like the chaoticness of let's see what happens because it's more of an uh, improv type thing going on. So it's something I like doing, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And this will keep on going as long as the campaign is. As long as the campaign is being enjoyed by the players and by you guys, I'll keep on doing this. And then once the campaign ends, it'll either have a finite end or it's when people get bored and I'll wrap it up. Then I'll probably end up taking a break from it for about a month or so while I build the next campaign if everybody wants to play again. So that's definitely something we're going to do. Okay, so we are going to raid Goblin Tuesday. They are playing their D&D session, and we'll give them a chance uh, to see us, give them their love, and let's have fun enjoying them playing, their game. So let's have fun, and I'll see you guys later.
What are you guys doing? Thank